everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you all are doing well tonight. With me tonight, we've got Wakizashi. Wakizashi, how you doing, bud?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. Had a fantastic day today, kind of busy.
Nice.
I got out today, Ginger. I went out on my bicycle and got blown away to the land of Oz.
It was beautiful out there, but geez, the wind was something else, wasn't it?
It was really windy, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was it the
yeah,
same with
same
you?
up here
Yeah,
too. Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah. We actually had a barbecue at my place yesterday, and in the afternoon, I started setting up for the barbecue, and it was perfect weather outside. But I was just like trying to like not get blowing over to Oz or what have you. But ended up being nice later on in the evening. It gets like that around afternoon, I find.
Yeah.
Back in the days, I used to surf a lot whenever I lived in Miyazaki. I lived right next to the beach, and I would
I
just
didn't know
carry my
you were a
surf.
surfer.
I used to, yeah, a lot, every
No
day
way.
almost. Yeah, yep.
Cheers.
Back when it was fun, I had me a fun board, and I would my roommate at the time. We lived together in an apartment. He was like pro surfer level good, and we would go out to this place called Aoshima, and wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning, catch the waves, go back home, take showers, sleep a little bit, and then get ready for the day. But if you ever went out like during the afternoon over here, like it always gets really windy in the afternoon. So you'd find like the afternoon waves would be really choppy because of the wind. Yeah, it's a little bit of surfing talk there. But good to see that you're doing well. Unlike a member of the Japanese, the Japan Fellowship.
What's
So
happened? Oh my God. Do we have some news, Ginger?
some breaking news, no pun intended.
Breaking
And I
news.
know he's listening right now. But I don't know if he's listening or not. But we got some unfortunate news about one of the members of the Japan Fellowship today. I don't know if you saw on Twitter or not, but our
Uh-oh.
buddy, angry Canadian, uh, decided that he went on a hike the other day, and there was a cat stuck up at a tree, and so
Is this
or
a
no,
true
no,
story, Ginger?
yeah. There was a cat stuck up in this like at a cliff, a 5-6 meter cliff. So he had to climb it to try to save it, but slipped, fell, and fractured his heel. He's in the hospital right now, getting tended to by some, I think, two or three very lovely nurses.
Ooh, sounds good
That's
to
what
me.
yeah,
Fractured his heel. Oh my God. What
yeah,
what are the
yeah.
odds, eh? What are the chances of falling on your heel?
Heel versus babyface. I don't
Yeah, but yeah,
know.
at least didn't fall on his face.
Heel
That's
versus
what I
rock.
suppose. Yeah.
Rock, scissors, heel, you lose. So apparently he punctured his heel. So there's blood all over the place.
Oh my God.
So to, and that's horrible news. It's going to take him 2 weeks. He's going to be in the hospital for at least 2 weeks. And then currently booking by ticket to Angry's hospital room. You're Barbie.
Yo, Barmy, get over there. Go and sort him
Yeah,
out, mate. Nice
do
one.
it. Help him out. So yeah, so unfortunately, he was supposed to be helping me at Osaka Comic Con. We'd had a bunch of meetings and talked about things, but unfortunately, that's exactly 2 weeks away. Uh, and so he's actually a little bit less than 2 weeks away. So yeah, he's not going to be able to make it out to that as well. Ouch. So yikes. So it's a bit of a somber kind of feeling, a very surreal feeling right now. I was just talking to Waki about how I had some kind of funky kind of what is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Funky
Uh,
monkey?
funky monkey, junkie baby. Uh, some
Funky afro?
premonitions,
Okay, there we go.
yeah, about like something. And I was like, okay, I need to make sure that I don't get sick or get hurt before this Osaka Comic Con comes up. So I'm going to be extra careful about what I do. And then literally today, I get the email from him. So there you go, Angry Canadian. If you're listening, we hope you get better soon, and we hope you've learned your lesson. No more trying to save kitties in high places. You might have watched the stream, and or maybe you're playing too many games and thought you had these superpowers, but remember, we're just human at the end of the day.
Oh my God. Poor Angry. No,
Yeah,
I know. Oh, in being serious for a minute, yeah, mate. I hope you
yeah.
recover soon, rest well, get well soon, and get down to Osaka, right?
Yes, when you can. Uh, Oh, what's happening here? Oh, sorry. That's my phone telling me that we're
All is
live on
good.
YouTube now. Yeah. So, what we were talking about? Oh, yes, Joaquin. Anything happening your side of the world lately? Your side of the world. She's we're on the same country here, aren't we? Your side of this island.
Yeah, what's going on really? Just back to work, but good news, Ginger. I've got one more week to go, and then in Japan, as you know, we get the
Yep,
Golden Week holidays in
that's right.
May coming
That's right.
soon. It's worked out pretty well this year. We managed to get the actual full week off rather than just
Yes.
three
Yeah.
days with a
Yep.
weekend. So I'm able to to go to Osaka Comic Con.
That's gonna be awesome, isn't it? I'm pumped. Like, well, other than the fact that Angri's not gonna be there. But yeah, dude, like it's really cool whenever those holidays hit like a Monday or a Tuesday, and you get that
Yes, it
full week.
is.
So yeah, so for people that know, Golden Week is basically you just call it Children's Day, but in fact it's like Boys' Day. So if you're a family and you've got a son, then you put up the samurai helmet, like, or you put up your carp banners, these gigantic carp banners. You'll see those around houses or around the city. We've got, I don't know about your city, but ours, like down by the river, we've got like a huge carp banners, carp streamer display goes
They
on.
do put them,
We set
yeah,
them up.
down by
Yeah,
the rivers, yeah.
down by the river.
And I always start singing then. I thought, no, this is
I
Ginger
know.
Stream. I won't sing. No
No,
singing today.
it's funny because I was listening to Stone Temple Pilots, down by the river. I was just singing and drawing over here.
Caught by the river. That's another one.
Or then I was
Um,
thinking, in a van down by the river. Chris Farley. You'll probably going to be saying something about the chat. Let me check it out. He's got to be saying, oh, Pops,
he's no,
what's up, man?
he's been very
Look,
nice.
he
He
is saying it. You're
well
Marty.
behaved.
Ask Chris Farley in a van down by the river. Great minds think alike. What's up, Pops? Good to see you here.
Pops, how you doing, man?
Yeah, so So I'll be heading over to Osaka a bit early, the second, even though it starts at the 5th. So I get there and I spend like basically 2 or 3 days just drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing and checking out a few museums and this and that. Getting inspired before it all starts. Ryan Benjamin's going to be there again,
Okay,
and
sounds
apparently
good.
this time we're going to have a ton of artists, a lot more than last time. So
Good.
good, and so I need to be bringing my A game, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what the turnout's going to be like. I have a feeling it's going to be maybe even bigger than Tokyo, perhaps. Have you seen some of the guests that are coming?
I've not even checked to be honest, but yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be maybe bigger than Tokyo because Tokyo wasn't long after Japan
Right.
finally opened
Yeah.
back up, wasn't it?
Right. Right. So, yeah, this time around, and it looks like they're taking away a lot of like the mandates and stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Oh, hey, what's up, Bandito? How you doing? Sound.
Konbanwa.
I can't hear you.
O genki desu ka?
Let's try to find.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Okay, let's see. We've got. Oh darn it! Get back over there.
What are you trying to share? I hope it's not naughty. I hope it's not rude.
No, I'm just trying to share all the people who are going to be the actors and actresses and entertainers, whatever, who are going to be the special guests.
Is it true your name's top of the guest list, like you told me? Are you the number
Oh
one?
yeah, yeah. They
Okay,
got like a
I can't
huge
wait. I can't wait to see
sample.
it.
Alex. No, I can actually show. Okay, actually, let's. It's so difficult to find topics, right?
Yeah.
Look under topics, and then you can find. It's
I hope
so
there were some
difficult
comic
to
books
find
there
it.
this time, Ginger. I was really disappointed with Tokyo. I couldn't find any comic books at a comic convention.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Like I said,
That
it's
is-
my friend.
That is like the one thing you'd expect to find at a comic book convention.
Well, I mean, comics aren't huge here in
No,
Japan,
they're
so
not.
trying
They're-
to.
I thought that they would be like one of the biggest things since most of the population read manga.
Well, they read manga, but not comics. So, which is what I'm. Again, one of my goals is to get comics big over here. To be
Yes.
that bridge.
Do it.
I could draw it, and why can't I get freaking topics for Osaka Comic Con? It's so stupid. Their site, when you go to topics, it takes you to for some stupid reason, it takes you to
The river?
the Tokyo one.
Okay. Oh, come on. This is Japan. What do you expect?
I
It's
know.
ridiculous, the organization. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bandito, good to see you, man. The comics, there's lots of comic artists, but it was hard to find comics because I wanted to get, for example, have you got any comics that you can sign or you can draw a picture? And they were like, no, we don't have any. So I was like, oh, okay.
My my friend's going to be bringing a bunch of blank cover ones, the ones that I could draw on.
Nice. That's
So
what you
we're,
Yeah.
need. That's
so
what I
we're
was
trying
looking
to
for.
set something up there. Um, I don't know why I can't get. Oh, you know what? I can. Hold on one second. I sent somebody a message with the topics link on it.
Angry
So,
Canadian's in the chat, Ginger. I think we must have woken him up from his slumber.
oh no, he got finished with his nurse there.
Oh, I bet he did.
All right, here we go. Maybe this will take me to it.
So what happened to Angry Canadian?
Fell off a rock, a very
Really?
big one, 5-6 meter drop, and fractured his heel.
Ooh.
But not his
Yep.
baby face.
All right, here I'm going to share this real quick.
Stole your joke, Ginger.
Oh,
Sorry.
thank you. Hey, I have no copyright on it, anyways.
Angry, sorry, mate. I'm really sorry to hear about it, but come on, man. We're going to rename him, by the way. We're going to recall him Batshit Canadian from now on.
Exactly, batshit. Angry's done with. All right, here we go. So Osaka Comic Con, and then here are David and Angelo Roman, Godtail, Ryan Benjamin,
Godtail. No
Stephanie
way.
Hans,
Okay.
and this is. Do you remember the cosplayer from Germany?
I certainly
Ever hear
do.
you? This is
Say
her.
no
It's
more.
Red
Say
Sonja.
no more.
This is her is Red Sonja. They've got this comic book there. Actually, 500. You could get. There's 500 of this comic book there. Only 500.
Okay,
And
with
so,
her cosplaying the cover.
yep. So I'm going to try to get one of those when I get there. So here's our artist list, and it's pretty long. Agnes Garbowska. She does My Little Pony, Jim and the Holograms and stuff.
No idea.
Bernard Chang, C.B. Cebulski,
He's the Marvel
Dave-
editor.
Yeah.
Edge
Big
Reboot,
name.
Godtail. Now this Mike, she's the cosplayer. Mark
Oh my
J.
God.
Sylvester.
Mark. Oh, sorry. I thought it was Mark Silvestri then for a minute. He was doing the Batman and Joker Debbie duo.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Maisie's Clay, Mirka Andolfa. She's an
Oh,
Italian.
she's there again. Yeah.
Yeah, Mirka. Who is she?
She was across from your booth. She's I think she's Italian. Quite a.
Oh, really?
Quite a,
I didn't
yeah.
speak to anyone. I felt so bad about it. Nogi-san, Peter Nguyen. He did
Oh yeah,
2006 Jim Lee.
I know the
Wildstorm.
name.
He's going to be there. Ryan Benjamin, Stephanie Hans. She works Marvel DC Image. Rachata Lin. The Wonderverse Saga, the film language of Takan. Glitter Factory Toki Tokoro. I don't know who that is. Yasu Anituru.
Wait a minute. There must be a mistake here. It says Jinja James Harrisu, the Ginger Ninja.
There you
who's
are.
that?
Look at that. He's a handsome fellow, I tell you. So yeah, this is the list of everything we got going on here. It looks like and then we got Peach Momoko. There you go. She's gonna be there again. So Gray, you can go simp to her.
She was very popular last time, and she
Yeah,
has I think it's her husband, but a translator.
Yeah, she's huge here. She would be the biggest comic artist in Japan, without a doubt. Yeah, so that's that. Here's some list of celebrities that we got coming.
I don't care about them. I want to see the
yeah, I
comic
know.
artists. Do you?
Oh, look, this food. Yummy.
Always good to see food at a con.
Oh yeah. Here's what guys are coming. The guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Michael Roker.
Yeah. I love this guy right here. This guy's
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yep, Mads Mikkelsen.
Cool.
Carl Orban.
Oh, I think he did the best Judge Dredd there was.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, his Dread. His Dread was the bomb. All right, so that's that.
I'm looking forward to the cosplayers, Ginger. I don't know about
Same
you.
here, man. Yeah, they're always so fun. So speaking of comics, I guess I'll just do this. Go ahead, and get this out of the way. In the mail the other day, I got my
Oh,
PBS.
your Planet Wreck-It.
Yes. So now I'm going to do live opening of it. I guess I should.
You should make yourself big, darling.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Big.
That's what I should do. Boom. All right. Let's angle this camera down here.
Oh,
The lap.
ladies, be
Oh yeah,
careful.
yeah. Actually, no. Here we go. I can just do this. Oh yeah. Oh, my dick in the box.
This really is going to be an unboxing, isn't it?
It is. When is the Jinja Ninja panel? Pops is asking when is the Jinja Ninja panel? That will be
Friday,
know.
Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, the whole time. All right, let me get me a box cutter here real quick. Hold on a second. Let me try not to cut through the comic.
I can't believe you got a package from all the way from EVS. I'm so jealous. I'm still waiting for mine. I know you're watching, Ethan. Come on, mate.
I actually got mine a few weeks ago.
Nice.
The J Lee cover.
Alrighty.
I actually got the J
Let
Lee
me
cover.
box myself. Got my address on here and everything. That's really nice.
You got the J Lee cover, Bandit. That's cool.
Yeah, the holographic J Lee cover.
Oh, which one? Oh, for Wreck Planet?
Yeah, the holographic J Lee cover.
I don't know which one. I think that's the one. I can't. It's been so long.
I can't remember either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
All right, here we go. Try not to cut my. Ooh, look at this! All kinds of goodies inside. Here we go. Ja, ja, ja. There we go. Look at this.
Wow.
Ooh, cool. First, got a keychain. Look at that.
Always cool.
That's sweet.
Cyberfrog.
Cyberfrog. That's cool. All right, let's look at some other goodies here. Wow, look at this. Dude, whoa. What the heck?
Did you get an action figure?
I got an action figure.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
Holy cow, that is awesome.
It was one of his stretch goals.
I didn't even realize. It's been so long. I didn't
Yeah,
realize. I got
no
this. That is
way.
sweet, dude. Look at that. Awesome packaging. Oh, that is disgusting. That is awesome. Dude, there's a lot of work that's gone into this. Look at that. That is ridiculously awesome. That is so cool. Man, that is. Oh, wow. I totally forgot that I ordered this. This is awesome. I guess that's one of the cool things about like ordering something and not getting it until 2 years later. You forgot what you ordered.
You forget,
Oh, look.
yeah, you could totally forget. I thought just getting the book and maybe a couple of stickers.
Holograph sticker. Look, oh, not holograph, but a sparkly one. Yay. That's really cool. And cards. These are all amazing, man. This is amazing stuff. This is collector's items. Wow. That is really awesome. I'll open those up later. And last but not least, whoa, no, wait a second. I got more stuff in here.
Yeah.
I got this Salamandroid color zine. And there's something else behind there as well. I don't know what that is. Amazing art. Really, 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 really professional.
Yeah, I like it. I've always liked EVS's art.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Oh, look, here we go. Look, this is the one I got.
Yeah, the J Lee cover.
Yeah, the J Lee cover, because I love J Lee, man. Look at that. There we go, guys. So EVS and everybody who was involved, really appreciate all of the extremely professional looking quality of everything inside here. All of the perks. These are. Oh, I got two stickers. Look at that one. There's another one in there.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. I love it whenever. Wow, this is really fun. I just wish it didn't cost so much to get stuff sent over here. I'd be
Yeah,
ordering all
same.
kinds of things.
Yeah.
This is fun.
This is
Wow.
so cool. What a
that.
bumper box of goodies.
Yes, I was like, because it came in this big, huge box. And I was like, what is inside of here? Because I don't remember at like anything at all of what I ordered. So I was like, why is this coming in a big, huge box? And now I've got Wreck Planet, a keychain, stickers, cards, extra comics, and an action figure. So there we go. Awesome, guys. That's that. Sweet. That's my crotch. And that's my face. Enjoy them both. All righty. So for any of you out there who have ordered it and haven't received it yet, be on the lookout for it, and it's well worth the wait. So, oh shoot, my camera's all over the place here. Let's try to get this straight. So in case you guys haven't, oh yes, thanks, Angry. It was really cool, wasn't it? In case you're wondering why I'm all pretty and lighted up now, let me get myself out of full screen here. The missus and I, we we've got our credit card updated, right? Renewed. But what happens is with your old points from your old card, you're not allowed to use those for flights anymore. So we have like a bunch of money that we had just to use to buy things. So like about $600 worth of points. So I was like, what do I
Holy
need?
shit.
Yeah. So we just like all wrote down like a list of things that we needed. So I got myself some lighting. Yay.
Oh, nice.
Professional photography lighting. So because my colors on my pictures were always like, it's so difficult. Like the colors that it looks like whenever I got a lamp on it is completely different than whenever I like hang it up around the house. But this one's got like very, it's like 5,500. I don't know how you measure them. It's like closest to natural sunlight that you can get. So it'll show like the colors in their natural state. So yeah, I ordered. I've actually got two of those, and somewhere down the line, I plan on getting like models in here to do photography. So I can have. Yeah. There we go. Lucky. I'll only need the lower half of you, if you know what I mean. A good half. No, but I'm. I'd like to do some photography and get some reference photos and stuff. So there we go. Got that. And what else did I get? I think it was just that and maybe some clove oil for my brushes. Been doing a lot of research on how to keep my brushes from getting damaged, which I'm really horrible about. So I did some lumens. I think it's lumens or I can't remember what. I take any half I could get. So yeah, that's why the lining looks a little bit better. It's a lot better than before. So it's making everything really clear, which is cool. I think that's going to help out with my artwork as well. Whenever I'm doing it on stream, it'll help you guys see the true colors as well. So yeah, just
I see your true colors. You have to let me know what you got because you do look a lot clearer. It does look good. Yeah.
It was on Amazon. It was just like the one they had for sale, like a special one. Regular
Yeah.
it was like for like $90, and it's like for $80 now, and you get two of them, and
cool.
4 light bulbs included.
Wow.
And the stands go up pretty high as well. Like I think the stands go up to about 3 meters or two. Yeah, about 3 meters height. So yeah, it's nice. Nice purchase. But yeah, that's that.
I've just got one Jinja, a really, really cheap one. It's this this big. It's tiny.
That's what she
That's
said.
all I use.
I got.
It is.
I just got a desk lamp.
Yeah,
that's
what
got
I
a
was
desk
working
lamp.
with before, like a desk lamp, but it just doesn't do anything for. It only gets like one part of your picture, and I wanted to try to get the whole, and so I needed something like this. So I'm hoping that this will have a good effect on the whole art process as it is. Speaking of which, I'm going to be doing Wonder Woman tonight, but with the news of Angry Canadian, and I've just kind of been not going into panic mode. Wakizashi's going to be coming, but he's going to be helping out a bit. Thank you very much, sir. But and again,
If he's lucky.
if I'm lucky, I know this time around you're wanting to go to the Comic Con and enjoy it. You just kind of have a leisure time there, and hold on 1 second.
So Jinja, what kind of? I'll keep talking. Bandito, are you a fan? He's talking about he's doing Wonder Woman tonight. Yeah, that's. Are you a fan? I've never really read the character, only a little bit in the past.
I was a fan of the older George Perez.
George Perez, yeah, classic. Yeah.
Yeah, the way how he created the soul of infinite, the well of infinite souls, which actually has women has brave and selfless women be be born in Themyscira in the next life,
Mm.
and I always liked that about George Perez because he was always such a good guy, such a good
He's
guy.
just a great talent all around, but an all round nice guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
From what we
Yeah.
heard.
yeah, and also but what I didn't like with the current Vita Ayala run that she did was that
Oh,
anybody can be anybody can be born in Themyscira, and one of them was the first transgender Amazon, and I was like,
what a
no,
Yeah.
surprise!
no, no,
Yeah.
that's not. I'm like, no, that's not possible because only women can be born in Themyscira, not men who identify as women. That's
Somebody I saw on Twitter today. Somebody was saying that the Metroid. Oh my gosh, was it Samson?
Samus.
Not Samson. Samus is transgender.
No,
Like,
she's not.
no, she's not. Stop it. Stop.
She
Stop it. Stop it.
she has she has bird DNA in her, but she's not. But like she's got bird DNA from an alien race, which gives her abilities. But that's not
Wow.
that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
it.
Just keep it as a woman. Yeah. Just keep
She's a woman.
keep it simple.
She,
Yeah.
she was born a woman.
Yep. In response to your question there, Gray Waki, I don't think it's going to be either. It's going to be my take on it. So,
Oh no, cool. Sorry, I wasn't
Yes,
meaning
I've
your picture. I was like,
oh no, yeah.
who do you prefer
Oh,
playing
me?
the character, the actress?
To be
You're
honest,
too young, aren't you, to remember Linda Carter?
Are you talking to me? No, I remember her,
Yeah.
dude. We're not
Oh,
that
really?
far off. in
I
age.
thought you
No,
were.
no,
I thought
no.
you were much younger than me.
I watched the original Incredible Hulk with the what's his face, Lou
Bill
Ferrigno.
Bitsky and Lou
Yeah,
Ferrigno.
yeah.
Wow.
I used to watch that all the time. Watch the Linda Carter. Watch the old Spider-Man cartoons. I mean, we're you're did you haven't hit the big 50 yet, have you? Or did
No,
you
this year, yeah,
this year?
in
Yeah.
January this year, I'm
So
already there, man.
I'm 5 years behind you. So
Okay.
yeah, like there's like all of those. I remember watching, like, remember when Thor came on to the Incredible Hulk, and they had the
I don't remember that
cosplay
one.
looking Thor. Oh yeah, that was
Really?
when I originally saw Thor and Captain America. I used to watch those.
Oh.
The Flash, back in the days. Geez, watched all those shows. Loved
Do you
it.
remember the old Spider-Man, the live-action one, when it was
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
yep,
kung fu,
yep.
fighting
Watched that
kung
as
fu
well.
fighters?
I
Oh
watched the
god,
Batman, the original Batman TV
that was good.
series.
Yeah,
With what's his name? West.
Adam
Adam
West.
West.
Adam West. Thank you.
That was
Hey,
classic.
Andy Radis. Yeah, we are. Well, the thing is, we're old. That's why we can talk about this kind of stuff.
Bandito's not. He's really young, aren't you,
Well,
Bandito?
Bandito's young.
I
But
just turned 40 this Friday.
Oh, really?
No way. I thought you were much younger than that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, a lot of people get that way with the way I look, but I was born in '83, and
No
so
way, man. That's cool. That's only 10 years after me. I was 73. Wow.
78. So
Yeah.
I'm right between you guys. Yeah. So there's a lot of those. Those old TV shows, dude. I to be honest, like I think those are so much more entertaining than a lot of the stuff that we got nowadays. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like it felt more like a comic book show. It was like they were desperate to put those things on screen, so they went out at, like, they used any means possible to try to make it happen. Trick photography, crazy camera angles, this and that. And it's just,
Those were the days, Ginger,
yeah,
weren't they?
yeah.
They had
And
to
they
use their
were.
imagination to make it
Exactly.
look,
Well,
Well,
to be
convincing.
fair, today's animated series are more like the comic books today. The
Oh, well,
the animated
yeah.
series and the animated movies today are more like the comic books than they were than like the movies now.
Do you think
right.
so?
Yeah, I don't check out. I haven't checked out much of what's been going on with the. Yeah, I just don't. Watch a whole lot of what's in the modern day stuff. I just don't. Just can't get into it for reasons, I guess.
Mm.
I mean, I did like Primal, even though that's not comic book thing. But that was a
Prime
really
was
cool
awesome,
animal.
mate.
Yeah, Prime
That's
was awesome.
really good.
Yeah.
I want to go back and watch the Spawn one from HBO. That's something I've been really wanting to go back and check out.
The HBO Spawn is a lot like the Todd McFarlane plays out a lot like the Todd McFarlane comics. Sorry,
It's
Yeah.
very accurate, isn't it, Bandit?
Yeah.
Very accurate to the comics, and he
Yeah.
introduces each episode, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Todd's in it.
And the thing about it is that it is great, but it is an extremely slow burn. I mean, Todd can tell a good story, but it drips out like molasses.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I'm reading Gunslinger Spawn, which is gorgeous art. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
It looks beautiful, but it's just going. There's not much is happening, in the story. We're just having lots of fights.
Hey, what's up, Nerdrat82? Good to see you here.
Hey,
let me
Norian.
give a holler out to the chat here real quick.
Yeah.
They are the show. We got your Barney as always. Thank you so much with your very nice humor there as well. You're always first to show. Appreciate it, man. Wakizashi. I just called you Waki House. I don't know why. I had my friends come over yesterday. I don't know what it is. I wasn't able to speak. My brain is all like there's too much going on, and I just as of late I don't feel like I'm able to speak at all. So what I want to say and it's just not working. I think there's too much. I've been inhaling too much of these oil painting chemicals, and it's affecting my brain. That's what it is. I'm going to blame it on that. Let's see. We've also got Mrs. Flu in here.
Sure.
Hello, Mrs. Flu.
Sure, blame it on huffing paint.
It'll do it to you. It'll get you to want to cut off your ear. And then we've also had Pops who popped his head in here. And let's see what else we got here.
Andy Masterson's here,
Andy,
shouting you out.
Canadian Andy Masterson, who just made a model for D-Day Cobra, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Yep. And
nice.
Cobra Commander outfit. Kenzo. No, Eric is actually. Oh, that's another thing. Sully is at a Comic Con today. Which one is it? He's at WonderCon. Was it?
Yeah, I think it's WonderCon because
Yeah, he's at WonderCon.
Wicked something. The Wicked
So
PisserCon, I think.
Told him that he needs to pop in while he's there. He's not going to be cosplaying apparently today because he wanted to lose some more weight before that. But we've also got Nornrad82 in here. And that seems about all for now. Thank you all for coming up. If you haven't given a thumbs up, feel free to do so. We've got 11 people watching at the moment. So if you're out there lurking, give it a thumbs up, share it, give it a comment. If you feel up to it.
That's awesome, mate. You get more
Brother.
views than me on your streams.
What are you talking about, man? That's crazy.
Jealous. I'm jealous.
I think over on, let's see. I don't know what to do about this whole streaming on Rumble and streaming on Twitch and streaming here. I feel like I'm all over the place, and I don't have a schedule. You know what I mean? Have you got a schedule, Waki? Like
No.
that you work with? No.
I'm still not on Rumble. It goes on Rumble afterwards, like a couple of days later. They get uploaded.
Oh, Angry is leaving.
Oh, take it easy, Angry. No more climbing anything. Stick in your bed.
Stop trying to rescue kittens from trees.
Exactly. I huff high quality gold paint all the time, and I'm great, like Frosted Flakes. Great.
Tony Tiger.
Later, Angry. Oh man, Tony Tiger. Tony Tiger, the Kool-Aid mascot. Oh yeah. Any favorite cereals that you guys had when you were growing up? Were you a cereal eater?
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops? Oh, those are good. The Toucan? Yep.
Yeah.
What about you, Waki?
What did we used to have? Jesus, shredded wheat. Do you remember that?
All right. Yep.
That was popular in the UK.
You guys had that one where it was a big block. Was it called Weetabix or something like that?
Weetabix.
Weetabix.
I wasn't a big fan of that. It used to melt and it went really soggy.
Yeah. I always loved. There was a bunch of them. I liked there was like a French toast cinnamon crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah,
I was always so jealous of you American guys because I used to see the adverts on American comics. I was like, I want to try all these cereals. We don't have them in the UK.
Pure sugar. Oh, the Laboratory of Mayhem. Frosted Mini Wheats. Yes. I love Frosted Mini Wheats. anything with marshmallows in it because you save the marshmallows to last, you know?
Jesus, that's so
And then
sweet,
you,
man.
oh, dude, yeah, it's pure sugar cocaine.
Dangerous.
Um, Lucky Charms.
Captain
Maybe Lucky
something?
Charms.
Captain Crunch? No,
Captain Crunch. Yep, Captain Crunch. Those were good.
I never heard about
What else did
those.
we have?
We had Crunchy Nut
Uh,
Cornflakes. They were really good.
oh, ooh, those sound. That sounds really good. It's making me hungry now.
Hmm.
Do you ever get the like the midnight munchies?
Yeah, yeah.
Pop over to the fridge. Oh, last night I was horrible. We have a convenience store within walking distance from my house, and I wanted to pick up some stuff for breakfast. So while I was very inebriated last night, walked over and I might have bought a couple Snickers bars. I found the wrappers this morning. I was like, oh no. Yeah, yeah. Gray had porridge only. Your Barbie says.
Only
Just
porridge.
and it was
Wow.
cold.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
always
cold.
too cold.
Yeah, it was British.
Made
And it
with
was always
salt.
raining when he had it. It was always raining.
It wasn't porridge,
gray.
it was gruel. I used to have to eat gruel. That's all I had.
Oh boy, yeah. So the theme for tonight is Wonder Woman. So I was working on. I've got a printing press here, and I was working on some monotypes, which is basically you have Jay the Deep Minded. Hey, how's it doing?
Hey,
Ooh,
Jay.
enjoying a post-lunch glass of wine in the garden. Cheers. Well, I would have joined you with that last night. I had a bottle of Italian wine myself. It was very good. What kind of wine are you drinking there? Yeah, Jay. Oh, and Jay had a bit of a stomach flu or stomach virus or something of the sorts.
Oh,
Had her
no.
on the sidelines for a week. Gruel is cruel.
That
So,
I'm pretty sure Mrs. Flu knows all about those.
oh yeah, oh, it's in the name. What should we call it? So yeah, so this what you basically have is I use plexiglass because it could go through a printing press and not break, shatter, and you paint on it like you take printmaking ink, which is oil based, and you paint directly onto the acrylic thing, and you move it around with like Q-tips, paint brushes, needles, the end of your brush, like the wooden part of the handle of the brush, paper towels, whatever you can get your hands on, cardstock, and then you end up with like a very crazy image, and then you run that through the press, and you only get to print it once. Therefore, it's called monotype. Mono being one, and then you have a little bit of ink left on it, and you run that through the press again with a piece of paper on it, and it gives you what you call a ghost image. It's a very very light image. So this is the Batman I did today. This is so if you look at it really close, you can see all these like scribbles and things. It's really fun.
Cool.
Yeah. It's just really fun to work on this. Like you take like turpentine and you could throw it out there and you get like these little bleeds with stuff. And you never know what it's going to look at because it comes in reverse. Like it prints out, and of course it's going to be reverse. So I'm trying to get like a few of these done before Comic Con as well. I think these might be popular. I'm actually working on a Joker right now. I've been working on this for about probably an hour. It's still wet, so I can't touch it. But this is what it's looking like at the moment. He's got his crazy eye going on there. And I use red in his lips because I've got a whole bunch of different colored inks here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm trying to find my signature in the scribbles. That's a good idea. I might have to do that.
Ginger,
What's up?
did I ever tell you how I got these scars?
I love that part of the movie, eh?
He's so
Why am I
good, isn't he, in
saying
that
hey?
role?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
amazing performance. Really, really good.
Who's your favorite Joker?
Toss up between Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger.
I would have to
Difficult.
say, yeah, it's probably the same for me. I mean, I grew up with Jack Nicholson, and I was just like, oh, French Pinot Rosé. Nice.
Rosé. Yeah, Heath Ledger stole it from. I wasn't sure about Jack when I watched it when it came out in '89. I was like, he was just being too much, Jack Nicholson. But it's grown on me as I've got older. When I rewatch it, it's
yeah.
like it's a good pulpy noir, isn't it? Batman
Yeah.
'89.
Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely loved it when I was a kid. Like that was the Batman '89 was probably what really propelled me to get into the comics.
Okay.
Yeah, because at that I would have been 11 years old whenever that came out. And so I was just like, yeah, it was at that point where I think basically after that I started getting into the comics. I'd been
I was.
watching, Spider-Man and everything on TV and stuff like that. But
Mm,
yeah, now the Jack Nicholson one really, well, I was a fan of Tim Burton as it was. Speaking
yeah,
of Tim Burton,
me too.
um, 2 nights
But
ago, the daughter and I, she loves this movie. Uh, we sat down and for I think it's like maybe the fourth or fifth time we watched this movie together. Tim Burton one. Can you take a guess what it was?
A Nightmare,
Coraline.
Tim
a Nightmare
Tim
Before
Burton.
Christmas.
Not that one. No. Even though
Not
we have watched
Coraline.
that a lot.
Coraline.
Not Coraline. No. Let's see if
Alice.
anybody can guess. Nope.
Alice in Wonderland.
Whenever I say it, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah," but I'll just say a hint. The movie has some points in it where it really freaks you out, and if you see that as a kid, it'll stick with you forever.
Beetlejuice.
Not Beetlejuice.
Edward
Pee Wee,
Scissorhands.
Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
That's right, Bandito. You guessed it. Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
Pee
The
Wee? No
lar-
way, man.
a large
Marge. The large
Yeah.
Marge scene, and the scene where the clowns have their they destroy the bike. They put it in
Yeah.
the Satan's big old vat. Well, she absolutely loves that movie, and every time I watch it, you see new things in it. It's such a great movie.
I still haven't seen that. I was always put off
Oh.
by him in it. Not because of anything I knew at the time. I just didn't like his character. Yeah.
Mar-
Oh,
There you
dude,
go.
man. Oh, no, Pee Wee is great.
Was he a big thing in America before that movie came out?
Oh yeah, it was Pee Wee's
yeah, he
Playhouse.
was.
Because I missed all
Yep.
that, being in the
Yep.
UK. Okay.
That's where Lawrence Fishburne got his start.
Yep, that's right. He was the which
Really?
cowboy? He was
Yeah.
Cowboy Rick,
Yeah, I think so.
something like that. Yeah.
He was in
Uh,
Apocalypse Now, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes, he was.
Really,
He was.
really young.
Yep. He was in the boat, got shot in the boat. Spoilers.
Yeah.
And that was so. I remember that part's so sad too because remember when he gets killed and it's the tape from his mom that's playing.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like his mom just like having a
Yes.
conversation with him, but he's dead. It's just like, oh, this one hurts.
Mm.
Ugh,
I remember
Great
how.
movie.
great movie. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen like the documentary that was made behind the film for the making of it.
Hearts of Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It,
Which is what the movie is kind of based
It's
off.
amazing.
The,
It's
the,
an
the,
amazing
the book.
documentary.
Well, the book Heart of Darkness, right?
The book was
Is that
Joseph
what-
Conrad, but yeah,
Yeah.
Coppola made no, it wasn't Coppola. Was it his wife or did a documentary of the making of Apocalypse Now, and they called it either Heart or Hearts
Mm-hmm.
of Darkness, and it's amazing. Ginger Bandito was saying it goes into
Yeah.
so much like
Yeah.
what was going on. It was
Yeah.
insane what was going on
I
there.
need to definitely watch that.
it like I did not know that Martin Sheen had a heart attack during filming,
Yep.
and I didn't know then that how yeah. One of the things was how difficult Marlon Brando was to work with.
Oh, he's horrible. Yeah. Absolutely horrible.
He refused to learn his lines. He was basically being a diva.
Yeah, yeah. He was he was definitely a handful. But I don't know, sometimes that kind of all of it was like a Critical Drinker did a good thing on it too, where he just goes into all of the drama and everything that went on and how
Yeah.
like this movie shouldn't have been made. It shouldn't have with everything that happened. Um it shouldn't have been made, but in the end it managed to,
Yeah.
to get on screen and it became a classic.
Mhm.
If you say like like war movies in general, like what war movies would you put on your top 10 list? I mean, that's definitely going to be in there.
Yeah.
Vietnam war movies, or like Vietnam war movies, of course, that's going to be at the top, if not, the top two or top
Well-
three, if not the top one.
Well, to be fair, there's hardly any war movies based on Vietnam. 'Cause-
Well, you had Platoon, you had Hamburger Hill, you had the one with Michael J. Fox. Can't remember what it was called. What else
The
was
wa-
there?
there was The Walking Dead, which it was about a platoon of all black soldiers, but behind enemy lines.
Huh?
There
I never
was
saw that one.
Yeah, a lot of people get confused now that It's tied in with the comic book and the TV show The Walking Dead.
Oh, right,
And
right.
then there's We Were Soldiers with Mel Gibson. And
Yes, that's
Are
one
you an
where they.
assassin?
Oh wow,
I'm a soldier. You're an errand boy.
creepy. Should I play that again? Let's give that one more shot.
Are you an assassin? I'm a soldier. You're an errand boy.
Yeah.
The way they lit him had to like. He was
Yes.
so conscious of his looks. He was like,
Yes. Yeah.
put me in shadow, keep me hidden.
Yeah. What I love about this is the chiaroscuro. I don't know if you guys know that term, chiaroscuro. It's an art
Yeah.
term where it's extreme lighting that creates extreme shadow, and the master of it was Caravaggio. Caravaggio. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. The
Joe
Italian artist.
DiMaggio.
No, Caravaggio. It's funny. I was let me get you some. I should get. Here we go. No, not Caravan. Here we go. I'll show you some Caravaggio.
oh, Mr. Grant Gregory can't make it in tonight, brother. Take care.
All right, man.
okay.
Thanks for stopping by, bud.
Grant. No bloody worries, mate.
Yeah, let me share some of this. This is the master of the chiaroscuro. Here we go. Caravaggio. So, for example, this is the David and Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Some very decrepit stuff.
It's great use of shadow and shade
Yeah, look
and
at that.
dark.
Yeah.
The dark, isn't it?
Yeah, like this one right here. Look at that.
Wow.
The figure emerges from the dark. Because back then, they didn't have you had your candle to work with, and if you're working the daytime, you're hopeful to get some good lighting from outside. Otherwise, you're just working at a candle in the dark. And here in the painting, actually, I'm gonna blow this one up here. Open image, new tab. Share this tab. Back here, this is the artist himself. Right here. That's the artist. Put himself into the picture. Pew pew. Look at that. Look at that. This is insane. And all of you could take away and just leave the shadows, and you would have a very compelling piece right here. Okay. I'm going to get sick of looking at this. It's too good. Very good. All right. So I guess I should probably start getting my picture ready.
Yeah.
Spoilers. I don't know what to expect from today because it has been a bit of a somber day with the whole Angry Canadian news. And I kind of got to a little bit of panic mode because it's like, oh no, what I'm going to do now? And well, it'll work out. I've got a better system going now with payments and commissions and stuff. So
Shit.
see what happens. Should I work in oils today?
It's your
I've got 'em.
choice, dude.
Don't
I don't
panic.
know.
Don't panic.
I just lost a head to my figure, to my miniature I'm working on.
Uh-oh. You know what? I'm going to work in oils. That's it.
I think
I'll work
I
in
think
oils.
I think it rolled under my bed.
Watch out. It's going to come alive when it goes into the bed.
Bite you on the toe. in the night. I think Jinja lost his head last night. Is that right?
Oh, I
All right.
did. I'm still trying to find it.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
All right.
Jinja, your mum is asking, do you need him to come over to Japan and assist you in Osaka?
Hey, if you want to come over, sure. Why not? All right. Here we go. Oh, I was thinking about doing this in pen and ink and watercolor, but I've got everything right here. And I've got an image in mind. Let's just go ahead and do it in oil. I've prepared these black MDF board blocks. I've got a bunch of these. So I will do this in oil. It has been decided.
Jinja,
But-
let's tell you. You know, you did
Yep.
your unboxing. I got this. This came from your boy Zach last
Oh.
week.
Oh, here, let me blow
What
you
is
up here.
it? Mind Your Business.
Oh,
It's part of the is it
that's
Theosophy trilogy or Theosophy series, Splatto. I don't really know the artist. It's a guy called Kelsey Shannon. He's got a very free kind of style, almost like
Yeah.
a manga style.
Oh,
What do you think?
yeah.
Very, very loose, very,
Yeah, very.
sketchy,
Let me
simple.
see. It's very simple. I almost feel like it's got some almost like a newspaper comic kind of vibe.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like something you find in the editorials, not editorials, but like in the newspaper. I'd want to see it just a little bit more, just a little bit more, with
It was-
the inking. Just a little
oh
bit more
yeah,
would be
I know.
nice.
It's a little bit sparse, and
Yeah.
also this one,
Oh, here we go.
Pandemic Panic came. I mean, this
Ooh,
this is a little
cool.
bit of an older one of his, but it was on a special offer if you got them together. This is pretty cool.
Ah, wow, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, I think well, yeah, the color works a lot better than just the black and white, doesn't it?
Who's this? Sorry, it's
Same
Renzo
artist.
Rodriguez. But again, these might be what do you call it? Pen names. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Ooh, do you have a pen name, Bandito? Or not Bandito,
Nah.
Gray? Or anybody?
No. What is
Nah,
actually- no.
it's
No.
I usually just go by when I'm doing on fanfiction on fanfiction.net or twisting the hell mouth. I'll just use Bandito Bane. But when I'm gonna be eventually when I want to go into introduce my comic book, I'm gonna just use my real name.
I hear you. Yeah, I do a mixture of like my real name and the Jinja Ninja. Like if it's, I tend to use both sometimes, but like whenever it's my booth or anything, I'll go by the Jinja Ninja. But if it's like a comic book or something like that, I'll go by my real name.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, there we go. How's that?
So I saw my sister took me to go see Super Mario last night.
Ooh, how was it?
It was fun.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't
Uh,
wait for that to come out. It comes out next week.
Yeah. Oh, Eric's got to run.
Oh, okay, Eric.
He said that he's
Oh,
going.
yeah. Okay, man.
Wake up.
Have a good one, bud.
Hey, Al.
Eric.
Woke up late. Got to shoot some content and then get back to the con for a
Hey, if
few
you
hours.
want to,
Have a great
yeah,
day.
if you want to live stream from the con, just yeah, let us know. We'll throw you out there. Ooh, look at that. Hold on a second. Let me throw. Who's that? Nice.
This is Mark Silvestri.
Oh yeah.
We're up to issue 6 now of the Batman and Joker, the Deadly Duo.
Ooh,
So good, Ginger.
that's
Just
yeah. That's some beautiful
inspiring,
artwork
isn't it? When
there.
you see,
Yeah.
it's got
Oh, yeah.
got some black and white at the back as well.
Mm.
Just the
Look at that.
pencils.
See, to me, I would like it better like that than with the color.
Yeah,
I think the
love
color
it.
just kills it because it's digital color, and it just doesn't work well with it.
That's one of the
Sorry.
problems, isn't it? These
Sorry,
days, yeah.
the
Digital
pencil's
color.
way much better. Yep. Yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah, the subject for today is Wonder Woman, Nornrad. Look at that. Like, I could look at a comic book like that all day long.
Nice one. Thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Don't keep me big.
Here we go.
I like it when you make me big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Let me try to get a good angle here. All right. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Okay. All right. So we're going to work in oil paint today. I wasn't planning on doing oil painting, but we're going to do it now. Do it now. Do it live.
Do it now.
Okay. I have an idea of what I want it to look like, but whether or not I'm going to be able to make that happen, I don't know. Let's try. I need some reference photos. I was supposed to get all this ready, but yeah, kind of things went off the rail, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh,
I blame.
shoot! Now
Did it
it's the
again?
decoration. Yeah, it was the ornament to the helmet. Oh, here it is. It fell on my chair. This is what I don't like. One of the things about the Warhammer things I'm getting, I'm finding really annoying with the Warhammer miniatures. They all, if they drop, they'll sometimes never be found.
You gotta You got to have a safety net.
Hmm.
All right, I think I've got my pose. Yeah.
Strike a pose.
I know it's pretty like it's been done a lot, but I want to have her blocking bullets with her, what are they called? The arm guards or the
Her bracelets.
her bracelets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a good one to go with. So let's do that.
No, but I have slain some dark Eldar.
Oh, are
Jay
you
the,
talking to
Jay the Deep Minded.
Jay the Deep-Minded demands a sultry pose. Oh, 1 second.
Jinja just checked on Google because I can't remember. But guess what they're called? Wonder Woman's bracelets are the bracelets of submission. How awesome is that?
That's
I was
nice.
thinking like bracelets of liberty or something. But submission.
Yeah, submission.
Uh,
All right.
That's because she loses her powers if her hands are ever tied together.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
I didn't know that.
And that's because of there was this one thing about how Hercules in one that it's basically like the Amazons wear the bracelets as a reminder for when Hercules came to the island and enslaved the Amazons, and they were able to break their manacles and fight back against him. So they wear that as kind of like a badge of honor that they wouldn't be held down anymore.
Ooh, this one of Gal Gadot doing it is really cool. That's a cool pose. You know what? I'm going to do this. Yeah. Okay. I've decided. But I'm going to change Gal Gadot's face into. I'm going to change the costume, everything to like an old school one. Yeah. All right.
Have you seen the Alex Ross one, Ginger? That's
yeah,
gorgeous,
it's so good, isn't it?
So
I
nice.
hate him so much. I hate him.
No, you don't. Inspiring.
I say that in a loving way, of course. I hate that guy. He is so good.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but here's one of my first my first kill team for the Dark Eldar. I finished the the Adeptus Arbites last week, mainly just to get my anxiety in order. But with my anxiety going up, I was like, and I found it hard to get the models together.
Oh, damn it. Where did I put that? Okay, I gotta go get something. I'll be right back.
Bandito, are you good, mate? Everything good?
Yeah, I know. This is going to be like this is with the current run of Amazing Spider-Man. I know it's leading up to the death of MJ, and Zeb Wells is going to do it as an homage to the night when Stacy died. But
do you think so? Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically doing this because of the covers. There's like one for Spider-Man Blue, one from Spider-Man Blue, and another one from when the issue that had when Gwen Stacy died. But I'm thinking like with all the backlash that's going to happen, Marvel and the editorial team can't let her stay dead.
No.
She's too popular of a character, especially in the Spider-Man franchise. And one of the things is that people were wanting Peter and MJ back together again. And I think one of the things I think Zeb Wells was trying to do is kind of like mix the Old Testament with the original, with the 90s Spider-Man series. But I doubt he read the Old Testament. But this reminds me of the story of Job, the man who was the man who had a good life and everything, and he was and when God and the devil talked, the devil said that he could make him curse his name if he took everything away from him. And so, like, he took all his wealth, he killed all his kids, he destroyed his house, he destroyed his fields, and he gave him a sickness, and a sickness that was almost incurable. Yet he still wouldn't curse God's name, and God rewarded him for that.
Thanks. Can I have everything back again?
Yeah, because it showed that he was faithful and
Right.
unflinchable, and I think that's what one of the inspirations that Zeb Wells is using with this run. He's putting him through the ringer. First, he has like the emissary who's like the stand-in for the devil. He's taking in oh, let me see, what's this? Here's a tip for from an old: find a tray with a lid, put your cut no, Jay the Deep Minded's giving me some advice.
Oh, some tips. Okay.
Yeah. Put your cutting mat in the bottom, cut the spurs off, and if you drop a piece, they should stay on the tray. Oh, okay. All right.
Ah, great. Good idea.
I'll look into that. And
Kind of like a safety net.
yeah. And there was also, like, in the in the 90s cartoon, Madam Web did the same thing with Peter. I mean, Madam Web didn't think he was worthy to be called Spider-Man, so after Mary Jane disappeared through an alternate reality, she told Peter that she could help him get Mary Jane back, so she put her through all these tests. Like, at one point Mary Jane came back, but she was a clone, so she ended up dying. That was after they got wed, and so she put him through more tests, like this, put him through more tests, like having him face Carnage, having him fight Dormammu and Baron Mordor, and having him in the Secret War, and then saving another universe, and then he was rewarded for again, he have him save a different universe from his corrupt self, and he was rewarded by getting back together with Mary Jane.
Speaking of Mary Jane, did you think that? Okay, you know how Emma Watson was it? Emma Watson?
No, it was
No.
Kira Dunst.
No, not Kurt Dunst. Emma Watson in Spectacular, the one with Andrew Garfield. She played Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
Why? She would have been such a better, like, a Mary Jane.
Yeah, but I think they wanted. Yeah, but I think they wanted to get, like, the death of Gwen Stacy, like, in the sequel, and maybe he'll meet Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Mary Jane later down the line.
Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of Mary Jane with the Tom Holland one. That's not Mary Jane, sorry.
No. Emma Stone was the one. She played Gwen Stacy. And
Emma Stone, thank you. Emma Watson.
Yeah, I can't remember her name either.
The Day After Tomorrow. Yeah. Did you guys ever see that? The Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah, I did.
Is it? No, the end. Huh? The Tom Cruise
Day After
movie.
Tomorrow.
That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
They're making a sequel to that.
Really?
What's it called?
The
week after next.
Yeah, the week after next. Yeah, it's like what that zombie movie was like. What 48?
28 days later.
28 days later. Then it was like what 48 days later.
3.5 weeks later.
Fortnight later.
28 months later.
Yeah,
that's right. It was, and then 28 years later. We're waiting for the third one, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so Waki, what did you think about what I said?
I still can't believe they'll kill Mary Jane. There was rumors they were going to like kill Peter Parker, but someone said if you look at the solicits for the future issues, it says Peter is like is mourning the loss of somebody very close to him. So it could be
Yeah,
MJ.
it's I think, and I think that one of the like in one of the issues, we find out that Stephanie is actually his daughter because
Yeah,
in one part he said when he's fighting the when he gets to MJ, he fights the emissary. He's like, "I'll kill you in front of your," and then he stops. And I think he was going to say child,
Ah,
child.
and I think he was
I
going
am
to,
Blast the Dragons.
and I think I think like I don't know how many
Oh,
more, how much longer Zeb Wells has for his run, but he's gonna have the emissary
oh
come
shit.
back. He's gonna have the emissary come back and
Ah,
try to
We were
corrupt
talking
Spike.
about it yesterday, Bandito. It says he said himself in an interview he's there at least until 50, but he wants to stay longer than that. That's what he was saying. So he's got plans for up to 50.
sorry,
Yeah,
let me address this in the chat real quick. Mrs. Flu is saying, starting with the black canvas today. It's actually not a canvas. Well, I know what you mean there. A black surface. This is MDF board, micro dense fiber. Is that what it's called? Micro dense fiber? Yeah, micro dense fiber. Is that what it stands for? I believe that's what it is. Which is a combination of wood and other kinds of chemicals and components. And it's a very so it's like wood, but it looks like really like a lot of paper that's compressed together. I paint. I got my hands on some black gesso. I usually work with like white gesso or burnt umber gesso, but I got my hands on some black gesso, and I've been doing some paintings on top of these. Um, yeah, it's been fun. So that's what I'm working on with today. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, guys. Did we interrupt you there?
No,
Hello?
no, you're good,
Oh,
man.
guys,
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Norenrad's asking, have you seen The Day the Earth Stood Still? I have not. Um, I haven't seen that before. Have you guys seen it?
They made a remake, didn't they?
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
classic one.
Uh,
There's a remake with
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw the remake with my brother.
Was it any good?
It was okay.
No.
Well, yeah, it was good. It was good unless if you're a Keanu Reeves fan or a big sci-fi fan, but I'd stick with the original.
I got you. Yeah, I remember seeing The War of the Worlds. Steven Spielberg was Tom Cruise, and I was like,
Yeah.
it was a movie. I remember being really disappointed by. Remember when J.J. Abrams, was really big for Lost and everything, and then he got that. What was it called? Super 8.
Oh yeah.
I believe that was the name of it. And I went to the theaters to go watch it because I was like, he was the hype and everything. It's like, oh, the next Spielberg. Like he's got the, backed by Spielberg himself, the protege. I went watched it. Went that movie was not good
Yeah. The only thing
at
he
all.
has, the only thing he has for him is the mystery box,
Yep.
and I hate mystery box type of writing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's been overused, overdone, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the thing about mystery box type of writing is that it could be great for some things like an unexpected surprise, like when like in season 7 when you learn that Jon Snow is the legitimate heir.
Yeah.
But because of all the fan theory and all the things, but if you keep overusing it, then it just gets old for an entire series.
Mm.
I mean, this was the this was a this is the thing I can't stand with today's kind of writing, kind of comic book writing, because the mystery box theory is like, oh, just rip the band-aid off. Well, it's also with well, this goes back to Amazing Spider-Man. with the entire what Zeb Wells run. It's an entire mystery box and the whole thing. And it's like the guy. I mean, the guy just. I mean, people are getting tired of his antics, and the only thing I could see him is going back to like a return, like going like after issue 50, he's going to get back to a return to form by doing a one more day event, kind of like where he like it turns out the emissary was just like like with Joe, the emissary was just doing this to see if he could corrupt Peter into being evil and be the perfect vessel for him, because he keeps saying how he needs a perfect body.
Oh, like me?
I need a perfect
Yeah.
soul.
Oh, I know what you're starting to get to there.
Oh yeah, he keeps saying how he needs a perfect soul, so he's destroying Peter's life. So he's going right now. The first time they met, he took his life. He took everything that he loved and cared for, like his like he lost his respect with his Aunt May.
Yeah.
He lost MJ. He lost his camaraderie with the Avengers. His best friends don't trust him anymore. He's in the worst rut of his life, and then he's gonna comes back 6 months later. He comes back 6 months later, and he's going to kill Mary Jane, and then he's going to come again 6 months later to try to, because he wants to corrupt him. He wants to kill Mary Jane off so he could corrupt him even more. And then he wants to like, I think he'll want to kill his daughter in front of him before he like and before he like he'll like finally feel like he'll succumb to it. But then I think something will happen that will cause him to snap out of it when the emissary takes over his body, and he'll do something will happen that make him snap out of it. Like Stephanie will call him daddy and tell him that she knew all along because he was his father, because she heard Paul and Mary Jane arguing about it one night, and then he decides to sacrifice himself to make sure that what happened in the other world doesn't happen to the 616. And then they decide to reward him to make sure, like, I think they'll decide to reward him to make sure like the year the past 18 months that happened wouldn't never happened. So it's something like that, or maybe something even similar to that, because the backlash about MJ is going to be huge.
Yeah, they should just stay away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the Miles Morales has been a better read because
Are you reading that, Bandito? Because I've heard that the Miles title is more
Yeah.
entertaining than Spidey at the moment.
Yeah, it is. I've read some issues. I've actually read other comic books. I started rewatching the House of the Dragon so I can get ready for season 2. And I'm basically getting ready for like I'm basically getting ready for the gut punch that's going to be the death of Mary Jane. But it's not when this happens, it's going to affect all the Spider-Man. Like, it's going to be a bad idea that it's going to affect all Spider-Man sales, not just Amazing Spider-Man. It's going it's going to affect Venom. It's going to affect Miles Morales. It's going to affect the Spider-Man the Spider-Man the other Spider-Man spin-offs, because people are just tired of getting their hopes up and getting their hopes dashed because one of the things that Perch brought up in one of his videos was give the people what they want and not what you think they want. And I think Marvel might learn that but Zeb might learn that the hard way, because he's going to start getting a lot of hate mail more than he is going to get fan mail because of what's going to going to happen next month.
Bandito, have you read the solicits for 27? I dropped the link in the private chat if you want to have a look. It basically just says it's got Amazing Spider-Man 27. Grief looms over Peter after last issue's shocking death, which we've heard about. Spider-Man's villains are very happy to keep him distracted. Dr. Ock is back.
Yeah. I see this.
Interesting. And Felicia
Yeah,
as well.
so-
Felicia's on the cover with Spider-Man. Black Cat.
Yeah, but this is like one of the things is that it's going to the Hulk. The Hulk looks pretty good. I mean, it's a return to form. Though it's a return to form where Banner's on the road, and I think they're still doing the Immortal Hulk thing, where he's trying to figure out why the Hulk can never die, and he's basically isolating himself from the rest of the world. Let's see, Black Panther. No, that doesn't look good. Variants look like garbage for Black Panther.
For some reason, they've got a pride variant for a Spider-Man cover, Jinja. In I think that's June. Yeah, it'll be June. Is June Pride Month? I can't remember.
Every
Yeah,
month's Pride
June's-
Month, isn't it?
Oh God, is it? Of course it is.
No,
Yeah.
June's Pride Month.
It's a joke, Bandito.
Yeah, I know.
Every month's Pride Month. What are we talking about? We should
Uh,
always be thinking about where everybody sticks their junk
Yeah.
all the time.
Hot take from Jinja Ninja. Here we go.
Who do you fuck? That's what I want to base my judgment on who you are, by what you do in your bed.
Who you gonna trust?
Man.
I'm handing out free money.
Trust?
Where's the Batman? He's at home, washing his tights.
That's a great line.
So, like, with it, the entire thing is going to be like a.
Bandito, I think you're secretly looking forward to this. Part of me says that you're secretly looking forward to this.
No.
No, I'm just tired of everything, because this is I mean, I know he's doing this because he's doing this because it's like an homage to the night when Stacy died, and
Yeah.
like he's basically, it's going to like turn off a lot of Spider-Man, turn off a lot of casual reader, not just
it will.
Spider-Man fans, but it will turn off a lot of casual readers. And because like it or not, people don't like it or not, people want Peter and MJ. They want to return to form where, like, like Peter and MJ are parents, yet Peter has to work a job and be a father at the same time, while MJ is trying to keep the house together. While MJ's trying to keep the house together and worry about her husband. And the thing is that with Zeb Wells' run, he basically wants to make like a lot of people have said that there's good about Zeb Wells' runs, but there's mainly bad, because he just wants to torture the poor guy. And this isn't Parker Luck. He's just kicking the guy when he's down.
Feels like he's trying to deconstruct the character of Peter Parker You know,
Yeah.
the typical Parker look, but he's like ramped it up to 11, hasn't he?
Yeah.
There's Bandito. There's quite a lot of people out there who don't want Peter to get back with MJ. They want him and Felicia to get together. You know, the Black Cat. That's what I've heard. I've seen a kind of mix.
But the majority, I see the majority of it. The thing, they just want Peter to be happy, and
Just
I
be
think
happy, yeah.
yeah, and I think the majority of it is with MJ. The majority of the fans is with the MJ because
Yeah.
they she was always just this popular, courageous character, and the one of the ones that one of the worst one of the worst one of the like the worst things that Marvel did was break them up because they were like because they thought that they would because of what they painted themselves into a corner with Civil War. And oh crap, I got the wrong one. Oh, I got the wrong legs.
Bandito, that same month, yeah, June, they're bringing out a facsimile of Amazing Spider-Man issue 121, and it's that's the
Yeah.
one where, you know, Gwen Stacy is about to die, isn't it? I think.
Yeah,
Coincidence? They're bringing that out the same month, like reprinting it. They're gonna kill MJ, aren't they? It sounds like.
yeah, yeah. They're going to
Oh my God.
do. Yeah, and this is the thing that a lot of like, especially like a hardcore Spider-Man fan with like me, it's very hard because I just like I I've always had a hope that MJ and Peter will get back together, and they the thing is that they'll they just want the I think with Zeb Wells wants to experiment with the how hard he could break Peter. Like he wants to do his own version of Born Again. And with Born Again, it was very different. With Born Again, yeah, I want a good story. Yeah, Walkie, I want a good story, Spider-Man story with good with good characters and good things.
Because
And
Wales' run has been so all over the place, hasn't it? As you said, there's
Yeah.
been some good things in it. There were good things, but it's been broken up by different things. And now I just feel like he's trying to put too much in. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, and the thing is that the Zeb Wells is a good writer. He has worked with Spider-Man before, but not to this extent that it's going to like help have him lose fans of to the serial. And plus, like, one of the things is that with the the Nick Spencer run the Nick Spencer run was okay, had some good moments and had some bad moments, but with especially with the but a lot of people loved the ending because it basically undid One More Day. It virtually undid One More Day, and they loved that. The fans were full of hope. They wanted to see because they wanted to see MJ and Peter Parker back together again. And
yeah, sure.
And but then the Zeb Wells took over for the Beyond, and then after that he started to do the World Without Love, his World Without Love run.
World Without Love? Oh my God, that's impossible. By the way, Jinja, Bandito, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to bounce.
Oh, what
All
time's? Oh, it's already 10:30, man. I didn't even.
10:30. It's
yeah, dude.
Betty buys
Yeah,
for
man.
great.
Sorry, dude. Hey,
No, I'm joking.
I'll
I'm right,
give you a
mate.
little-
Early
give
start
you a little,
tomorrow. No, don't worry about it.
Yeah, we might as well. Just
Nothing. I've got
Yeah,
nothing
that-
coming up. Nothing
That's all-
exciting.
It's always great to talk to you, Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks
it, man.
for hopping on here tonight, man. I really appreciate it, bud.
Of course.
And, And
Ginger Ninja needs a not an ego massage. He needs a confidence booster or massage, Bandito. So
yeah,
I leave it up to you. I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian. Rudy's weekend. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
no, it'll be fine. Everything's gonna work itself out. I always
It'll be
believe that.
fine.
It'll be fine in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just just gonna, plug along here and hopefully it'll work itself out. It'll be fine. It's all gonna be good.
Yeah.
I can't wait till I have a Monday off work next time, and next week I'll be able to do it. I want to stay on your whole stream, stay up till like 2 a.m. wherever it is you finish. I can do it. I can do it.
Do you have school tomorrow?
Yeah, I got school. I've got,
okay.
6-day week this week, Monday to Saturday. Crazy.
You could finally meet Makini.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I've met him. I've met him once, or maybe twice. I think I was very drunk though, so I don't really remember. On that note, good night, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning, wherever you are. Have a great day. Have a great Sunday.
A good one,
yeah, you too, Jinja. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
I wouldn't have too much confidence in it, but I'm going to do my best. All right, man. Have a good one.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just what we call it. Yeah, like it's just it's kind of like a surreal feeling whenever you get some news like that, and kind of like you try to put it in the back of your back of your head, but has a ability of just popping up there. And yeah.
It's, I mean, this is what the thing about Zebwell, the Zebwell's run. I mean, yeah, he I think he basically wants to deconstruct like the character, but like with Spider-Man by taking everything away that makes him Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like his Aunt May, his camaraderie with the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, his love for Mary Jane. But then, and now he's going to like do like destroy the kill off Mary Jane for he's going to kill off Mary Jane, and he'll have nothing left to live for. He's going to be broken, even more broken than he was in his first run, and it's going to be like, let's see, it's going to be it's a bi-monthly release. So and after issue 26, he's got 49 more issues. So let's see. I gotta calculate this. Say 49 divided by 2. Oh wait, this is crap. Crap. I did this wrong. All right, let's see. Um, 24 divided by 2. So he's got one more year for the Amazing Spider-Man in his run. And a lot of people just want him gone because they're getting tired of having their emotions messed with, and having their feelings toyed with, and it's just like people are like, it's not Spider-Man anymore. It's more like it's more like torture porn. Or
have you ever thought about just not buying it anymore? I mean, just stepping away from it, like just saying, hey, look, if this is what you're gonna do, I've got my Spider-Man for the past, and that's what I'm just gonna stick with, and then the hell with you, and I'm gonna ignore you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a break for a while after
I think
this.
that might be like healthy. Just to like say, hey, look, you're not giving me stuff that, like, I did that with sports, man. I did not like one of the main reasons I stopped watching sports is because it got all woke and there was just messaging and everything. It's like if you're going to do that, I'm stepping away and I'm not going to support you. And I don't know how much of an impact that's going to. I doubt it's going to have much of an impact on my side of things, or like not on my side of things, but like my action there. But it's just the most that I could do from my, you know, my stamp from my position, and just tell them like, the hell with you. You're not getting my money anymore. You're not getting my attention, and I'm going to put it in somewhere else. And
Yeah,
maybe it's at that point where you just got to like step away from it for a bit until they come to their senses.
yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to do. I want to do. I mean, I released a video. I said I'm gonna take a break. This, with everything that's been going on, and I just want to see how it happens, and then after that, I'm just gonna take a break because uh, after I see how it happens, I'm just gonna take a break because it's just I think I don't think with Zeb Wells just doing one more year and in the comic. Shit, there goes my cat. The cat's my glue. With Zeb Wells just doing one more year in the comic, and a lot of people being tone deaf about what a lot of Marvel execs being tone deaf about what's been going on with the fans, and they're and with one and this whole thing it's just one more year, and maybe Zeb will like around the same time next year, Zeb Wells is going to release his last arc, and hopefully it'll be a return to form where Peter's happy again with Mary Jane, where Peter is happy, he's rewarded, he's happy again with Mary Jane, and the thing is that and that's the thing that she can't stay dead. She's too popular of a character.
But I would argue that Spider-Man's not really all that popular anymore, even though it has the best sales. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it's just like the comic book sales now compared to where it was before.
yeah,
Nobody's really paying attention to him, so they've got kind of free range to mess around with stuff. And maybe I'm just talking devil's advocate here, okay? Just talking devil's advocate here. So they're thinking, what can we do to try to get people interested again? Well, let's do the craziest thing we can. Let's because it's got to be difficult. I know I'm speaking heresy here, but again, devil's advocate, hear me out.
yeah.
To continue talking about the same characters for years upon years upon years upon years, where what else could you do? You know what I mean?
There
What do you
are
go back to?
Yeah, I mean, they did they did one more day where they the thing about but with one more day they basically wrote themselves into a corner where they retcon Spider-Man's marriage to Mary Jane because he during the Civil War, Spider-Man revealed his identity to the public, and his enemies knew who he was, so his enemies wanted him dead, and so they decided to do that, to try to do a return to form with with one more day,
Yep.
with all the Parker luck that happened, but the thing was that people didn't really want that. The people that then didn't want that. They wanted like going back to like they were hopeful that Peter and MJ would get back together again. And Jerry Conway released like alternate universe comic book called Renew Your Vows, which was like what if one more day never happened, and they had and they had Aunt May still died, but they had a daughter, and it sold that sold because that's what the people wanted.
Mm.
And so when Dan Slott took over, he leaned into the will they won't they angle, kind of like with Friends, kind of like with the Ross and Rachel friends, and people would tune in because they wanted to see if this is going to be the issue where they get back together.
Yes.
When Dan Slott's run ended, Nick Spencer decided to give the people what they wanted, and he wanted to give them Peter Parker and Mary Jane, and people were happy. They were buying the issue after issue after issue. They were buying issue after issue of Amazing Spider-Man, because it was like a return to form. It was like going back to Peter Parker being living a double life, both as a citizen in New York and a superhero. He has one of the best. He has a girlfriend who he girlfriend who he loves. He's thinking about spending the rest of his life with her. And then Nick Spencer ended like basically showing that not even when Mephisto tried to kill them because he thought they broke their contract. It showed that not even the devil could destroy their love. And
Well, shoot, what was that?
And now with Zeb Wells, I think he wants to basically do like keep going like with another way that he's going to he keeps going like another way that is going to make the Spider-Man fan he wants to make like the Spider-Man fans like hate him. And it's been going on. I mean, there's like channels dedicated to Spider-Man, and then they're saying how this run is like the worst run so far for the Amazing Spider-Man. And I kind of agree with them, because with Amazing Spider-Man, when Nick Spencer ended his run, there was hope. There was actually hope that this would be like finally be like the end of the separation between these two, because they're like the Lois Lane and Clark Kent of Marvel Comics. And this is like the thing a lot of people think. I mean, what are they waiting for? Like, is Zeb Wells gonna end it with a wedding event with Peter and MJ, or maybe someone else? I don't care. I don't seem to care anymore, because while I do care, it just hurts, because it's like Marvel used to listen to the fans, and now they couldn't care less for the fans.
Dude, they've been doing that for a while, though, man. Like, I think you just got to come to terms that they don't like you. They don't want your support anymore. So what you got to do? Speak with your wallet. Don't give them their support anymore. And then just like, okay, you guys, I've got what I'm not going to let you ruin my love for it. I'm going to not read what you're doing, because I don't even consider that canon anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did with Star Wars. It's like all this stuff, don't even consider it Star Wars. I don't consider it canon. I don't consider it Star Wars universe. I don't pay attention to it. And I just got my OG, my original, the original one. And that to me that's all I need. I don't need to like keep, like but I understand, like and maybe that's because I was always moving around as a kid, and I never like had that one team that I followed. I never had that one, I followed more of like athletes where they
Yeah.
went. I didn't have that team that I've rooted for because I was constantly moving all over the place, and it was hard to, you know, um, have that one the extreme love for one team.
Yeah.
Uh, so I was always rooting for where Michael Jordan was doing, even though I wasn't in Chicago. I was like many other kids, I think, back at that age as well too. They're
Yeah.
fake. And but once it was funny, once he quit the Bulls, I stopped watching the Bulls.
Yeah.
And I think that happened with a lot of people. They just stopped following the Bulls. Um,
Yeah.
what am I'm not looking at my reference photos anymore. I'm just going from.
I mean, Perch brought this up. And this is like what's Marvel's been doing. There, it's like the there's the good heat, there's the great heat. He brought this up with a wrestling term. He's
Uh-huh.
like, there's a good heat, there's the great heat, and then there's the just go away heat.
Uh-huh.
Like with the good heat, you had the great heat. He brought up the NWO angle,
Oh yeah.
like when like when they first started, they were coming out, they were attacking they were attacking the people, they were attacking like Sting, Ric Flair, the Four
Yeah, yeah.
Horsemen. They were spray painting on them.
I
They
remember
were
that. Yeah.
they were going up against the traditional wrestling, and then people were throwing garbage in the ring. That was great heat. And with the good heat is they were buying the shirts, they were going nuts. With the good heat is when the NWO factions turned like with NWO Wolfpack and everything. With everything, that was good. That was good heat because they were still cheering for
Hey, what's up,
NWO.
Jaffo? Yeah.
Hey, Jatfo.
How's it going there,
They
man?
were they were still they were still they were still paying for they were still hanging out, cheering for the NWO. But then when you go to the go away heat, it's like the NWO elite and the NWOB team and the NWO 2000, and that the people were just tired of the NWO, so that was the
Yeah.
just go away heat. And
Right.
I think that this is what Zeb Wells is doing. He's making like just go away heat because people just wanted the good heat was like Dan Slott's run of Amazing Spider-Man, where with the love story of Peter and MJ is like, will they, won't they? And with the great heat was that Peter and MJ are finally back together with the Nick Spencer run. But with the just go away heat is Zeb Wells' current run where Peter and MJ are gone are done, and there's no chance, it seems that there's no chance, or is there, because they still secretly have feelings for each other. That's just the go away heat, because I mean, people will are still like the emotions that the still like the action in the comic books, but they're tired of having their emotions toyed with, especially now that with all the stuff that's happening in the world, they just want an escape.
Hmm. So, what other kind of forms of escapism have we got out there that we can look
Well,
to?
I've been rewatching I've been rewatching the first season of House of the Dragon.
Oh, cool. I
Yeah,
wanted to get back into watching that again. I watched it the first time. Really look forward to every episode of it. What was it like on the rewatch?
yeah. I keep remembering I keep remembering like what I just remembered like this is the second actor who played Doctor Who became such a great villain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Would you say he's a villain in it though?
I'd say, yeah, I'd say he's like I'd say he'd be like what would you call it? An anti-villain?
Was it called? Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. He would be like that. He basically does things that he thinks is right and is good for the kingdom, but he does them in a
Yeah.
terrible way.
But I think maybe that's a result of like, he's seen it, he knows what is required to, because you're surrounded by people who are basically everybody's like that. It's all the game.
Yeah.
So the environment creates what you would call it. Uh, it has a big effect on the moves that you have to make, or the choices that you make, because you know that everybody's going to stab each other in the back to get better positioning, uh, to have control of the throne. So you kind of have to stoop down to the levels that your opponents are going to take.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the end, you become the villain, but in your heart of hearts, it's that those are the means necessary to
Yeah, I mean,
maintain the throne.
he's a villain, but he sees himself as the hero.
I maybe even I don't even know if he sees himself as the hero. Just like he just this is what is necessary for me to um maybe let's call him a savior of his family. I don't
Yeah.
know, to keep his family alive, to keep the throne where it needs to be in their possession.
Yeah. And I remember how like they actually how uh when I got into episode 2, they were talking about how they wanted to marry the young the daughter of one of the cousin of the king's cousin to the king, but she
Uh-huh.
was only 12.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I remember a big uproar on the internet, and they were like, and people were like, "Oh, how could they do that?" It's like
It
that's how
happened
it
all the
was.
time. It still happens to this day.
I'm like, that's how it was back then.
It's how it is still in a lot of countries.
Yeah. Uh,
I mean, I was in India, and I saw a wedding, little girl. I was there. I saw it firsthand. I mean, that stuff still exists to this day.
yeah.
I mean, it's funny how people associate the world that they live in, and immediately think that that's how it is around the rest of the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, I was guilty of that way back when, but then you see a little bit of the world and you realize, oh, we are a very minority when it comes to this kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Huge minority.
Yeah. I mean, I I remember when I went to Mexico the first time, and I did not expect one of the things that got me that I did not expect was that I couldn't flush toilet paper
Yep, me
because
as well.
they don't have septic tanks.
No, a lot of the world doesn't.
Yeah.
I know there are places in China where there are no booths. You just see the next person next to you taking a dump.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
There
it's a
are.
different world out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's a it's always very different from where I came from, and I was like, and I remember how there was like how there was like when I was a kid, I went to visit my grandma in Mexico City, and the apartment she lived in she had a point. There was adult an adult video store right next to uh to a pharmacy, which had video games in it.
Dude, if you come to Japan, you go to a convenience store and the pornos are right there for everybody to see. The like they have the adult magazines. Sometimes like, ooh, that's an adult magazine, but no, it's for kids. got big boobies on it sticking out. Uh,
Yeah.
they're pretty loose about that stuff around here as well. But yeah, it's just every culture's got their, you know, every country out there, every place, they've got their own way of they deal with things, and it could be an eye opener.
Yeah.
Oh, why am I getting hungry at this time at night?
I don't
I
know
hate when
why.
that happens.
Why are you?
I don't know. I had a little bit too much to drink last night.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really can't drink because I'm on medication.
Hmm.
So I can't evolve in the finer things in life.
Ah, well, you know, sometimes being away from it could be one of the finer things in life.
Yeah, but I have smoked the devil's lettuce once, and I tried to hid it from my dad
Yeah.
because I went with a coworker. She said that it was raining and I was on my bike, and my coworker's like, "Oh, I'll give you a ride. I'll give you a ride if you want." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And it's like, "Oh, but we're gonna stop by my friend's house really quick." And her friend, they took me to, and she's like, and I was hanging out with her friends, and they took me to this shack where they were like, where they where it was like one of those, I, I don't know, like Indian sauna things,
Oh, yeah, I got you.
where they were actually going to be smoking weed in there. They were actually smoking weed. They would blow in, and then they would leave it, and then the air got stuffy, and I was like, "Oh man, so this is what it's like." And I'm like, but I haven't smoked weed since then,
Did you smoke it
or
or just inhale it?
I mainly inhaled. I couldn't smoke. I didn't smoke because I don't want my dad to get mad at me.
You don't
But I
have to
get,
tell them.
well, well, it's legal here now, and both my sisters smoke. My older sister and my youngest sister smoke weed.
So
So
why would they get mad if you did?
yeah, he won't get mad. He won't get mad. He'll get disappointed, but he won't get mad.
Huh. Yeah, I know all. Yeah, I remember going back in when I went to Vegas, just like everybody was walking around just smoking it. Seattle was even worse.
Yeah, there's a
We had like
dispenser.
we had a guy like from High Times walking in front of us, and I was taking some Japanese tourists there. And they're like, "What's that smell?" It's like weed. They were quite surprised because it's 100% illegal over here. You get
Yeah,
caught, you're screwed.
I remember there was the one episode of South Park where Randy tried to sell weed in China,
Oh yeah, the bat.
yet yet he got arrested when he was coming in. He got arrested when he was coming in, and he was put into like a labor camp, and he tried to. And the one thing that got him out was when Mickey Mouse bailed him out,
Yeah.
and and the only way that he could sell weed to China was by killing Winnie the Pooh.
Yep. Oh, dude.
And
Yeah.
and in the 300th episode, Sharon was like, "Don't, Randy, the only thing that they care about weed, they don't care about weed. The only reason they bought your weed was so they could plant it on the demonstrators that they arrest." He's like, "Yeah, but they're still using it."
Dude, did you see the gluten South Park gluten thing?
No.
I think it's from oh my gosh, it is the funniest shit in the world, dude. I laughed my ass off. They bring in a scientist, right?
Hmm.
I saw it on Witcher's Instagram stories. but they bring in a scientist, and I only saw this clip, so I haven't seen the full episode. And oh, thank you, Mrs. Flu. It's coming along. It's taking its time getting there. I wasn't. So what I'm doing right now is I'm working from a Gal Gadot photo, but I'm turning her into the old Wonder Woman. I'm using the old Wonder Woman's costume and I'm putting it on her. And I'm just like zoned out painting here right now. I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the South Park episode, they have this a big town meeting, and everybody's in there. They're all concerned about gluten being in everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the scientist goes through this whole spiel about how gluten is made, and then he's got his own like kit and everything up there, and then after he like distills wheat and he has like pure gluten,
Mm-hmm.
all the and it's like, and it is it's definitely like talking about like the water what was it, Ohio,
Yeah.
where they had the spill. It's an allegory of that.
Yeah.
And he's like, and this gluten, you could just drink it straight like this, straight out of the cup, like pure gluten. And they're like, and then one of the people's like, okay, so do it. Do what? Drink it. He's like, okay. And then he drinks it. And then he just starts like hulking out, or his body just starts going crazy. And then his dick pops out and it starts spinning around like a rocket and it pops off. They're like, oh my god, his dick just flew off. It was the funniest thing in the world. I was laughing my ass off, dude.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Another one of my favorite episodes was Butters Bottom Bitch.
Yeah.
It's where Butters officially becomes a pimp,
Yep.
or he becomes a pimp, and the police learn about this, and like the police detective of South Park.
Yep.
He's like he was like he basically decided to go undercover, and he would like for a sting operation, and one of the things he would do was like for he would do like, oh, okay, he would be like, okay, $20 $20 for a hand job, 30 for half and half, 40 for oral, 50 for anal. And then the guy's like, okay, he gives him $40. He's like, okay, you think he's going to call in call it in, and then he's like, okay, unbuckle those pants.
Yep.
And after he blows this the guy, he pulls out his gun. Okay, like free.
Yeah.
And
that's hilarious.
And then there was this one time where he did it with he was a stripper in a college dorm, in a college party, and he got gang banged, and he's like, and then after he's like, okay, and then after it was all done, he's like, freeze everybody, and he's like, and when he was walking out, he was like, half of those people didn't even use condoms. Give me the evidence back.
Oh Jesus.
It was just so hilarious. Like there are cops that are committed to the role, but it was like so ridiculous how committed he was to doing this. And I'm like, I don't even think he's doing it. He's doing it for that anymore.
No. He's got ulterior motives.
Yeah. Be right back. Nature calls.
Okay, man. Oh, go for it. All right. Oh, Mrs. Flu, I'm glad you really like what's going on here. Sorry, it's an oil painting takes a little bit longer than I'm not going to be able to finish this in one sitting. I'm basically working wet into wet right now. I'm using an alkyd medium to quicken up the drying, so by tomorrow morning, I'll be able to work on this some more. But right now, I'm just kind of mixing away over here, coming up with some different colors as I'm going along, playing around with the this color palette here.
I'm not trying to overthink things. If I start overthinking things, the brush tends to tend to tighten up. So I'm not really thinking all too much as I'm working on this. Just letting the brush take over and following its lead, letting it pull me along on the piece. Um, but we were talking about chiaroscuro earlier in the stream today. So my goal is to kind of uh, have her kind of face emerging from this darkness here. Um, Trying to have some cools with some warms around it. Uh, yeah, just trying to work with some. And I think it's going to get a lot. I'm going to get a lot more of the details tomorrow. But again, I'm using a Gal Gadot pose, but then I'm altering the costume to the original one. But I'm hoping you guys are all like what you're seeing here. And if you haven't checked it out, go check out Lady Balefire on Twitter. She put up some work that I did on her avatar. Um, so that's up there for you guys to check out if you haven't seen that on Twitter yet. She commissioned me to do an avatar piece for her, and we spent I think about a good couple of weeks working on that. And yeah, so she put that up today. She got some nice photos outside. Was lucked out with the weather. Got some good photos from that. And so I think she's in the process of making some kind of video or promotional thing for her channel. So I think she's going to try to use that within that video and work as well, possibly. But again, Eric Sully, Sully's at a Comic Con today, and he's usually on here. But we might have a guest appearance from him if he's got the time there and the ability to do so. But I don't know how late I'm going to be working tonight. I had like a big night last night, and we'll see what I could do. I'll try my best to. I'll try my best to get this to the point where you can enjoy how it looks.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
All right. Well, McAnee's not here yet.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be showing up or not. Today was one of those days. It was just felt like, you know,
Yeah.
Kenzo couldn't make it. A lot of people couldn't make it. I wasn't expecting. And then we had the angry Canadian incident. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a chilled out stream.
It's like one of those things. Unexpected happen.
Oh yeah, it just
one unexpected thing after another.
yeah.
Well,
Usually comes in threes.
yeah. I usually get I'm getting this week is going to be the Napa Home Show. My dad's getting us ready for it.
The what?
I work with my dad, and we're doing a home and garden show since we're
cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like a convention for things like water heaters. And since we're a garage door company, my dad gets there, and since Napa is is a good money way to make money, then we go there every year, except for like 2020 and 2021 we didn't go. Oh wait, we did go for 2021. They opened up again, but like for 2020 we didn't go because of the virus or the coof.
Yeah.
And but the home show happens like every spring, and we want to go. And my dad gets a booth there. We actually put together a booth. I think I'll upload a video about about it. I think I'll upload a video showing off the booth, and because it's got an actual working garage door in it. we've got a working garage door and garage door opener in it. So, and it was my dad's idea, so he was really happy about that. And that's where we get most of our business for the year, for the upcoming year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always something to look forward to, because my dad, the convention's like from Thursday to Friday.
Mm-hmm.
No, Thursday to Sunday. And then after Sunday we gotta pick everything up and leave, kind of like every con.
Yeah. Oh, that could take a toll on you, can it?
Yeah,
For me, it's like an exhibition every time. It's like having like an actual exhibition, and putting up and taking down an exhibition is it takes a lot out of you. It's a lot of energy, and you don't realize it because there's like adrenaline going through, you know.
yeah,
But whenever it's all done, you're just like, oh boy, you just get hit with the exhaustion out of nowhere.
yeah. And then after that, after that, we're going to hopefully get more business, especially from Napa, since Napa's known for, like, we do get a lot of business from Napa, and that's where how one of the places we usually go to sell our wares,
Uh,
or sell our or sell our or make sure we're known in Napa. and so the the convention, my dad used to do a convention here, but we couldn't get it. But here in Fairfield Sassoon, but it's such a small niche community, we couldn't get enough business coming in, so we decided to, like, do the convention circuit here in Napa.
uh-huh.
And so my dad, and it was, even though it was like quite a drive, and it's like my dad thinks my dad is one my dad but it's going to be my dad, my sister, my brother-in-law, my stepmom. They're going to be working on it. They're going to be working on that convention. And
And how many days is it again?
it's 3 days.
Okay, yeah. Oh, much like a con.
Yeah. First day's up.
There we go.
Oh wait, the first day's on Thursday, because we get set. It's 4 days actually. Crap! I just chipped the cape on this thing.
Are those things pretty flimsy?
No, I was using like these toenail clippers. Instead of like getting like instead of like using the regular like clips for models, because
Yeah.
I haven't gotten those, but I actually accidentally I actually clipped off a piece of this cape that I was going to put on, but it's too small. I'll probably still work.
How long does it take you to finish one of those things?
Uh, it depends. It depends. It usually takes me when like when if I'm able to keep my hands steady,
Yeah.
when I'm talking, I usually like I can usually throw these things out in minutes. Because I'll follow the instructions. I'll see what I want on these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see what I want and what I don't want, and what I do want, and the thing, and I'll put them on, and I'll put these things together. I'll make sure I put them, like, I'll use an X-Acto knife and a file to take off the excess plastic. Try to keep it smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep it as smooth as possible. so it doesn't get bumped into the other parts. And I put it together like a puzzle piece.
Cool.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard. It's time consuming, but it's very rewarding.
I hear you. All right, I'm gonna look at her costume over here. I'm trying to get this. All right, let's do this. Put this costume here. I'm like not conscious at all of what paints I'm using. I'm completely just doing this
Mhm.
from like impulse.
Yeah.
It's fun though working in oils.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm getting that fine art aspect of things going back again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was gonna do this in ink and watercolors, but I don't know. I'm really wanting to kind of push these oil paintings at the cons and other places. I had somebody who asked me about the Hulk one that I just recently did.
Really
Yeah, I think that they're interested in buying it. And I sold
nice.
the Spider-Man piece that I worked on.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
So that one's in the mail. Well, it's going to be in the mail soon. I had to put a varnish on it. I was having problems with my varnish that I was working with, the one that I
Yeah.
buy here locally, and it's the one that a lot of people use here, and it just wasn't reacting well with my paintings.
Mm.
And I was like, I tried to find out what it was, and I couldn't find it out. So I got me some Winsor & Newton. It costs like twice as much. Used it completely fine. I was like, damn it, should have been using this in the first place. You can't go wrong with Winsor.
Yeah.
Winsor & Newton have the best supplies when it comes for watercolors and oils and stuff like that. Well, not for oils especially, but they do have really good art supplies though for a lot of things. Yeah. What kind of paints do you use to paint your stuff there?
I don't paint. I can't paint. I mean,
You can't, or you're not good at
I'm not good at it. If I tried to
different
paint,
things.
yeah, I try. If I tried to paint these, I'd embarrass myself. I'm gonna go to a game shop and see if they could paint and see if that they could paint these models for me.
Oh, okay.
Because there's one over here close by called Mad Alpaca,
Ah,
and they do like mainly D&D, mainly like D&D and Magic the Gathering, and also Warhammer. But I'm going to do like see the what was that?
what was that?
That
Oh, in that noise? That was a
Yeah.
gigantic semi going past my house. The main road is right next to my house. Like I live on the main road, and it's basically just right outside the house here. So you can hear there's trucks always going by and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm used to it because I've lived here for a while, but you would be surprised to see how close houses are here to the main road. Very close. My car was actually just parked outside in front of my the place here
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and I was just sitting in here working, and all of a sudden I hear just like this loud crash. I go outside, and somebody had just veered off the road a bit and crashed into my car.
Wow.
Yeah. Luckily, nobody got hurt.
Luckily.
Yeah. Go back in here with there's some warm parts right here. With a painting, you got to go warm, cool, dark light, dark light. So if I've got a warm right here, then I'm going to go back in with the cool color to
balance that out next to it. And then come in with another cool color here. I know I'm getting way too detailed in some places with this already, but it's coming along okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. A little bit of a classic Wonder Woman. That's always fun. Always fun.
Yeah, I like the classic. I'm kind of like with Alex Ross in that sense.
Yeah.
Alex Ross, you see he goes a lot like with the classic look because it works well with his medium as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. I mean, with like the current runs, they're like, oh, we shouldn't objectify women, but isn't
Look,
the thing about Wonder Woman is that she was the epitome of everything that it meant to be a woman. She was strong.
exactly.
She was feminine. She was feminine. She was beautiful, and she did everything and that people love, that people came to like about her, and
Right.
that's what and that's why people well, that's why people still like the still like Wonder Woman, no matter who's writing her.
Norrin
But
Rats 82 says I loved Wonder Woman Dead Planet.
yeah, I actually like the one where there was like a Wonder Woman arc where she had to face off against the trial of gods, and one where she actually had to fight, and in one of the trials she had to fight Medusa,
Ooh.
and so she at first she wore a blindfold, but then Medusa, and she was able to hold her own against Medusa because she learned how to fight without her eyes.
Oh, cool.
And when Medusa had knocked her out, and she was able to get the blindfold, she used her shield to help her, but she had cut off one of Medusa's snakes, and she used the venom to pour it into her eyes to keep her basically blind her, so she wouldn't be so she would still be blind, and Medusa's powers couldn't affect her.
Oh, that's cool. Going to the extremes. Man, I'm enjoying some of these colors I'm getting on the palette here.
She used Wonder Woman. The creator of Primal made Wonder Woman Dead Planet, and
What's his name? Chuck. His name is it's the Russian guy. My gosh, what's his name? Help me out here.
I don't know. I haven't seen Primal.
Primal's really good. He did Samurai Jack.
Yeah, he did. I know that, but I haven't seen
What's his
Primal.
name?
Hang on, I'll look it up.
Tarkovsky.
I'll look it up, but my hands are occupied right now holding a model.
Ooh. So that's what they're calling it nowadays.
Seriously.
Yep, pretty much. His name is, I think it's Tarkovsky or something like that.
Tarkovsky, yeah.
Yep, Tarkovsky, yep.
And basically, Norman Rad said that she used Superman's spine as a whip in that.
Whoa.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. Check out Primal too, if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Really fun. Yeah, crazy. I haven't finished the second series yet. Second season.
I've watched the first one. Really, really happy with it.
Yeah, as much as it'll take something, as anything that'll get my mind off the Peter and MJ or the
Well, there you go. That's
yeah,
that's your homework then.
yeah,
That and go back and watch Pee Wee's Big Adventure again. It's so good, man. It's so
yeah,
good.
yeah. Always, that's always good. But one of the things that going back to Spider-Man, one of the most famous miniseries that came out was Renew Your Vows, because it showed what if Peter and MJ stayed together during the entire thing. Aunt May have still died, but they still had a kid, and people liked it. It sold really good. It got great reviews, and that's why they decided to bring Peter and MJ back. But with with the Renew Your Vows, they want that's what they want. It showed that this is what they want. This is what the people want. And with Zeb Wells doing his little experiments right now, and he's going to end up killing off MJ. It's going to not like it's going to cause a very not just like comic book guys, but also the casual readers. They're going to not want they're not going to want to buy the product, because you're basically stepping on their feelings, and it's going to happen. That's all it is. It's basically a bad idea. And I don't know, it I think he's going to try to stay the course, and try to make up to the fans by the end of his run. Make it up to the fans by the end of his run. But he even joked that that a lot of MJ fans are going to hate me for the next year. He said a lot of Peter and MJ fans are going to hate me for the next year. And yeah, I think he's right about that.
Bastard. You killed Kenny, bastard.
Yeah. I mean, the last comic book writer I know that got a lot of hate for this was I don't know.
Or Charlesky. Okay, there we go.
No.
That's how you spell it. Let's go back in here with some of this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Recent Punisher, because of the whole symbol changing and him getting powers and everything. A lot of people just dropped off with the Punisher, because they were like, this isn't Punisher, and why'd you change it? Because of a bunch of idiots during January 6th were Punisher logos.
Dude, that has nothing like, okay, so Hitler drank strawberry milk, so now we can't drink strawberry milk anymore? You know what I mean? That association, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the entire thing about the Punisher. They ruined the continuity. They ruined the continuity by saying, oh, he was an abusive husband, he was a neglectful father. He did this because he was like a borderline school shooter when he was younger.
Again, don't support him.
Yeah, I stopped buying Punisher comics a long time ago. I was basically going with basically the ones that I still liked, like the Hulk, Ghost Rider. They haven't done a new Ghost Rider comic book in a long time, though.
Really? That's a shame. Well, maybe it's a good thing. I always collected Ghost Rider because it looked cool.
Yeah. They haven't done a new Ghost Rider comic book in a long time, because there's like, oh wait, there's a new Ghost Rider comic book called Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. which has the second Ghost Rider after Johnny Blaze. That I saw it in the solicitation, so I might pick that up. I'll pick that up to see if it's any good. And let's see. There's like I said, my favorite comic books were when I was young. My top four favorite superheroes were the Hulk, were Spider-Man, the Hulk, the Punisher, and the Punisher and Ghost Rider, because they to me they looked awesome. But then I read their stories and I was like, wow, these guys are
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
This is just great.
I can definitely connect with you there. Whoops. Oh, shit. I hate doing that.
I mean, I was like, oh, this is great. This is great. I want to know as much as I can about these guys. I mean, Ghost Rider had two incarnations. There was before the other ones, before like they went like with two other ones. There was Denny Catch and Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze was the original Ghost Rider, and Denny Catch was the second one. And then the Hulk, I always liked that he was
Oh, whoa. Look at this. What's up, Sully?
Oh, Sully.
How you doing there, bud?
I thought you were at the con.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Mute. You're on mute.
Mute.
Hello. Yeah.
Hey, what's up there, man? How you doing?
Hey.
If you could read lips, you would have totally been up to date by now. I'm on my way to the con.
Cool.
I had to shoot content all morning, and yeah, I have to keep. If you're shooting content, shoot your content. Make your time.
Yep.
Looking good, man. Yeah.
It's coming along. Like it's not what I expected it to look like. What I'm doing is just doing the Gal Gadot version of it, but putting the old school costume on her. But yeah, I'm just playing around with these oil colors here, just having some fun with it.
Nice. How is everyone today?
Did you hear about Angry Canadian?
No. Is he
Dude,
okay?
no. He sent me a picture of him. He's like, I'm in the hospital.
Oh no.
And I went, what? And he went hiking with his friend and decided that he was going to, what is it? What do you call it when you climb without any ropes or anything?
Oh, free
basing or something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
And
he fell off a 5 to 6 meter fall and fractured his ankle or his heel. His heel. He's in the hospital for 2 weeks. He's not going to be able to make it out to Comic-Con. He's pretty gutted about it all. I got the information just like basically before a couple hours before the stream started today. I was like, oh no.
hello everyone in the chat.
What's that?
I was just waving to people.
Okay.
The chat.
Yeah.
Oh, Angry Canadian, and he won't be able to play hockey either. So
Yeah.
heals up either.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
sending you all the Genki. Hello,
yeah,
Jeff.
we'll do, man. We'll do. He'll appreciate that. So yeah, that was like kind of it was a big bummer, but just luckily it wasn't anything worse than that.
Nice.
Could have been a lot worse than that, but
so what exactly? I mean, it could have been his hip, could have been his tailbone, could have been his back, it could have been his skull. I mean, seriously,
very extremely big, serious.
There's a lot of I mean, just a lot could have gone wrong, and sometimes maybe there are angels on our shoulders watching out for us.
Yeah, exactly.
In that kind of way. I mean,
I do believe that sometimes. I'm not a big religious person, but sometimes it's just like this is way too
uncanny.
Yeah, like there has to be something going on here.
Indeed. How you doing, Juan? How's everything at home?
Oh, everything's fine. I just celebrated my birthday.
Huzzah! Happy birthday, buddy.
He's the big 4-0.
Now you can say a 39 for as long as you want.
Yeah,
You can pull
thanks.
it off. No problem.
Join us.
I'm telling chicks all day today. I should have made a T-shirt that says "MILFs, I'm single." There's so many
Dude.
MILFs at con.
No,
Yeah.
dude. Here's
Target.
this. I've been wanting to make this shirt for the longest time. MILF, it does a body good.
Pass it on.
Isn't that the perfect shirt?
Yep, I like it.
Yeah.
MILF, it does a body
Well,
good.
well, after reading like the Bleeding Cool article and after reading like the Bleeding Cool article and knowing where Zeb Wells is going with the Amazing Spider-Man, I kind of accepted that MJ is going to die.
Cool.
Yeah,
About
but
time, that bitch.
You're gonna be fine.
yeah, I know.
It's gonna happen. You can just don't read it, don't buy it, and just
That's what I told him. Just don't
cultivate
buy it.
the past.
I'm gonna take a break from Amazing Spider-Man. I know but the thing is that I know that she's gonna die, but she can't stay dead. She's too popular, no matter what the Spider-Man, what everybody thinks at Amazing Spider-Man. She's too popular of a character. She can't stay dead, and people have been waiting, and a lot of people have been waiting for the MJ like MJ Peter love story to keep the MJ and Peter love story. Have been wanting for the MJ Peter love story to come back, and the thing is that with Zeb Wells, I think he's like doing like with his own version of the Old Testament Book of Job and Old Testament Book of Job, his version of Old Testament Book of Job and the Amazing Spider-Man series, and the Spider-Man animated series where Madam Web was testing him after Mary Jane disappeared. And so I think he's like doing the same thing with Peter right now. He took away.
You got to throw your protagonist into calamity in order to produce drama. Sometimes the story takes us places that we didn't expect, and so I don't know. I mean, it sounds like it's a negative distraction.
And I'm going to take a break at least for a few months. A few months, and like he's got one more year. He's got one more year, and he's got one more year on the comic book, and he's going to.
This could be the end of Act 2 is usually the nadir for the hero, the ultimate low point that he can come back and reach. In the McKee story sense, So this could be simply the end of Act 2, and we are making a big deal out of it because we tend to make big deals out of things.
Yeah,
not to minimize any impact this is having on anyone. By the way,
yeah, it had a long impact on me because Peter and MJ are like the Superman and Lois are like the Superman and Lois of Marvel Comics, and a lot of people love that type of romance with the superhero and the regular girl. I mean, the thing is that it's going to. I think that like Peter is going to be at his like I said with the Book of Job. Same thing with the Book of Job, where Peter's at his lowest. The emissary is gonna the emissary is gonna come back and try to take over his body because he wants the perfect body. And while Peter is at his lowest, he's going to try again with the ceremony to take over his body, and then Peter's going to like do if they're going to do do something like this, it's going to be like a one more day event where basically it would show a test of Peter is truly capable of being a true hero.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry, I gotta get back to the con.
I
just wanted to. I wanted to check in, and because like I said, I had to shoot content all morning, and I was gonna try to do like a little live spot from the con. I'll probably be there about 1:00 with the public transportation being the way it was. It's on a Sunday schedule, and it's a rainy day in Boston, so it's a poor day to be buying paper goods, you know. But man, let me tell you, con is fun. Get to a con. I
Yes,
talked to so
definitely.
many creators yesterday. I got a gush at Brian Azzarello for his
Oh, nice.
for his Constantine run. I got to
No
talk to
way.
Eduardo Risso for a few minutes.
Uh-huh.
I was like, dude, I just read your Sergeant Rock. It was so good. And that was a nice moment. I mean, I got to talk to Billy Tucci.
Billy Tucci?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh.
go see him right now. Him and Debbie is there. Yeah.
Sweet,
Yeah,
sweet.
I love. Tell them that I got I have their steampunk she hanging on my wall.
Oh, sweet! I got Billy to sign my Overstreet guide because he did the art of Miss Fury here. That's Billy Tucci art. So Billy signed my book. That's great.
Yeah.
And I got to say hi to Klaus Johnson yesterday. I had an amazing 10-minute conversation with Dan DiDio. That really warmed my heart. That guy is just so 100% comics. I talk about it more on Monday on my show, so
That's
tune into
awesome, dude.
that if you want more info. But and I show my haul. I went through the fucking dollar bins. I got so many old friends. It was fun,
Good,
and
good,
there's so
dude.
many
That
cool
sounds fun.
cosplayers. The Star Wars cosplayers. Oh my god! I got pictures with R2D2, like a full size, spot on perfect R2, a BB-8. You know, I got to tell BB-8, I love you. I don't mind not like the movies, but you're okay. Hey, Mrs. Flu, how you doing? But
Oh,
yeah,
Miss
stay
Flu.
tuned to my Twitter if you want more pictures later from the comic book convention. Yeah, I got to jump in the shower and get mobile and get going. Good to see you, Juan. Good to see you, James.
Good to see you too, bud.
See you
All
next
right.
week. You know,
Yeah, take care, man. Take care,
awesome.
bud.
Bye.
See you guys.
Take care.
Bye. And
Yeah.
then there were two.
I'm actually gonna probably have an early night tonight. It's been a long weekend, and oh,
Yeah.
the body is calling for an early one tonight. What time is it now?
Over here at 7:45.
So I might shoot for like a 3 hour stream here. That'll bring me to about 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
That'll be good. I'm trying to get to bed earlier on these, like start the streams earlier and get to bed earlier because I just have no energy whatsoever for on my Mondays.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I think once this dries, I'll be able to go into a lot of stuff and really pop it out. I
Yeah.
just consider this part of the stage is to be like it's just kind of blocking in things
Mm-hmm.
and then just kind of going in later on and messing with some highlights and stuff. But it's fun. It's looking
Yeah.
okay.
I actually got 3 models done.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Like when you do these streams, you just kind of like zone out, and then
Yeah.
you look at like, oh my god, I got this much stuff done, and I don't even remember doing it. That's a great
Yeah.
part about them. I need to pay attention to the chat. I haven't looked at the chat for a bit. So we got some comments there. Kenzo. Oh, Kenzo's back. Hey, what's up, Kenzo? And oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Oh, Norrad. Hey, just keep on pushing at it, dude. And hello, Jeff Gatkins. Good to see you here. Thank you, Mrs. Flu. It's like I said, it's not going to get done in one sitting. This painting is going to take probably a few days to finish, and that's why I charge more for oil paintings than I do acrylics or watercolor, because they take a lot more time. Um, like depending on how. See, I use a lot of drying mediums in mine, so they dry a lot quicker, so I'm able to work on them. But if you don't use drying mediums, you just go straight from out of the tube, it'll take a lot longer for you to finish an oil painting. When we're talking about weeks upon months upon years. I know people who spend years on an oil painting. I was like, I could never ever see myself doing that. Yeah, that's dedication. But I like to finish. I find with my pieces, the longer I work on them, the less they look like my painting, and they lose something to them. And after I'm finished with everything, the last thing that I'll do to it is I'll put on some bullets coming off of this right here, of her what is it? Her bracelets of submission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's fun though. Just
Yeah.
zoning out on this. Yep. Yeah, so whatchamacallit? The Mario movie. So
Oh,
what would you give it?
I'd give it a solid 7
Oh, cool.
because it was just so fun. It was just so fun. I mean, Peach wasn't this. I mean, Peach was girl boss, but they actually showed her that she grew up in the Mushroom Kingdom. She trained and
Uh-huh.
everything, so she knew how it was. And Mario was very the reason why Mario was like that is like he's very athletic. Mario, even though he looks pudgy, he's very athletic. He's good at parkour, but he wasn't that good in the Mushroom Kingdom when he got there. But he was able to. But he once he learned things. I liked. They even had the Donkey Kong rap on there.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, I mean they had a lot of things like they had a place called the Punch In Pizzeria or the Punch Out Pizzeria,
Yeah. Oh, cool.
and they had and in one of the corners they had an original Jumpman arcade,
Mm-hmm.
which was actually the Japanese version of Donkey Kong,
Oh,
which had
cool.
the first version of Mario, and also they had like Rainbow Ridge Road from
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart. Um, they had like a Smash Brothers homage when Mario fought Donkey Kong, and they had so much. Oh, and they also had like a Luigi's Mansion segment when Luigi first gets on the when Luigi first gets on the first gets separated from Mario, and he's in Bowser's Kingdom, so they have like a Luigi's Mansion segment,
Oh, that's cool.
and it is the it was just so fun. I mean, it was a nice escape, a very good movie to watch with the family, watch to chill, watch whenever. I mean that's the type of movies that I love watching so far because I am tired of everything that's been going on,
I hear you.
and
Yeah, it's
I
good to have a true escapism, you know?
yeah
It sounds to me
and
like it's got some Sonic vibes to it.
yeah
I enjoyed the first Sonic movie a lot. I
yeah
wasn't a big fan of the second one. I thought that they concentrated a lot on that sister and her
yeah
romantic relation. I was like, that's boring. It
yeah
feels really contrived.
that's one of the things about the Sonic movies is that the 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 re- the human parts kind of kind of off,
Yeah. And
but
I felt like the relationship between him, the relationship that they built in the first movie between Donut Lord, the
mhm,
policeman, they
yeah
completely like killed it in the second one, you know?
yeah
Um, and he became like a joke.
well
And yeah,
yeah, and I mean it shows that he's like it shows like he's trying to in this one I think in the second one I think they were like trying to make it more like a father figure to Sonic because in this iteration he's still a kid, he's still immature and
yeah,
childlike.
yeah. Yeah, I think, but they're gonna make a third one, definitely.
Yeah, with Shadow the Hedgehog and everything and one of the and And they said Jim Carrey said he might come back if they write a good script about it. If they write a good script for him, and if Jim Carrey doesn't come back, it just wouldn't be the same.
No,
Because
I
Jim
can't
Carrey,
remember what happened to him in the second movie. Like it just was like that forgettable for me.
uh, mm,
I've
what-
watched the first one several times.
yeah, the second one is where where Sonic and Tails meet, and uh, they figure out Tails learns about, and he meets they meet Knuckles, and they learn about the Chaos Emeralds. So it was more close to the video game.
Yeah, it felt like a video game to me, and I think that's probably why I didn't enjoy it as much because it felt like the first one was, well, this is a character from a video game, but we're just, we're making a story around it. Whereas
Yeah.
this one felt like, okay, let's make it into a video game movie, which is
Mhm.
probably I don't know if that happens with the Mario one.
Mm, let's see. Well, it does show them in the real world. It does show like him and Peach go from one kingdom to another with Toad,
Right,
and like they do like they're doing like the thing is that they're basically doing this for because Peach wants to protect the Mushroom Kingdom
hmm
from Bowser,
right,
and and Mario's doing this to find his brother. Because they were basically plumbers in Brooklyn, and they were trying to fix a leak, and they were trying to how it's all started was there was a giant break in the water main in Brooklyn, so they tried to fix it themselves while the city was trying to do it, and they were able to like find where the leak was, but then they fell into a warp zone. They found out that there was a warp zone in
right.
Brooklyn, so Mario and Luigi got separated, and Mario learned about what that's where he met Toad, and basically it was a kooky comedy. Mario beat Donkey Kong, and 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 the whole reason about the entire reason about it was kind of dumb, like for an adult standpoint, but for a kid it might have been funny.
Yeah,
The whole reason that Bowser was trying to get to take over everything, and he stole like the Star of Invincibility, it was because so Princess Peach can marry him.
yeah, because he loves her.
Yeah. And it was kind of dumb. It was kind of dumb, but yeah, I mean, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of dumb, but I mean, I'm not, it's for kids, so I can let
Exactly,
it
man. It
slide.
doesn't have to. It doesn't have to have like all this serious, really
Yeah,
extremely.
I mean, it was like Illumination. The way they make their movies,
Yeah,
they have like sometimes they have like a serious story angle, but then they just cut loose and have fun.
yeah. They
And
put in a nice good old fart joke.
yeah, I mean, like the Despicable Me movies and the Minions, and when Disney is trying to get all serious with their movies, I like Illumination movies better
Yeah,
because they're just cutting loose. They're just cutting loose. They're just showing there. It's like we're having fun. We're having fun. It's okay to have fun.
exactly.
And I mean, that's what Disney. That's what Disney has been lacking. I mean, with Strange Planet. With Strange Planet, there was the just some guy released a video where he said that one of his a niece of his wanted to watch Strange World by
Oh yeah,
Disney,
yeah.
and he said that she left 15 minutes or 30 minutes into the movie. And
Was that boring?
yeah, and she could watch her mother cook because it was that boring to her. And so yeah, that Disney really missed the mark. I mean, right now they're so consumed with identity politics and everything that they just forgotten to to me they just seem to have forgotten how to have fun.
Oh, of course. When you include politics and propaganda and everything, there is no ability to have fun
Yeah.
because it's all about the message. You're making you don't start off with a story, you start off with a some kind of message, and that if that's the heart of your story, then you know
Yeah,
you've lost from the beginning.
I mean, I forgot to bring this up when Sully was here. I mean, the new events that are coming up with the X-Men, I think this is probably marking the end of the Krakoa era because the last time they did an events like this was during Age of Apocalypse,
Hmm.
and with writers like Teeny Howard and Vita Ayala leaving for DC. I think that the new writing staff is going to want to do like the old X-Men
Cool.
because yeah,
That's what we need. Always
yeah,
go back and look at what you did before. You know,
yeah,
sometimes that's even applicable with artists as well. Like
yeah.
even with myself, I went back today, and I'm just gonna kind of connect this with my own journey. And I just went back to the printing press, somewhere that I found whenever I was in college. Something I was just having fun with, experimenting with, being really loose with.
Hmm.
And then by doing that, it kind of like, oh yeah, that's I was doing that I felt really good with, that I was having fun with. And sometimes you gotta look, what is it? You have to look backwards to go forwards.
Hmm.
A line from Game of Thrones
Yeah.
for prophecy. Yeah, sometimes you gotta look backwards to go forwards. I think that makes sense. Makes sense in that case. So maybe with them, they need to look backwards in the past. What was working for them? What was good? What did people really, really like? You know.
Hmm.
All right. I think I'm going to start wrapping it up here in a bit,
All right.
Bandito.
All right. I'm
Um, I'm I'm going to let this dry, and then tomorrow morning, I'm going to do another live stream. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it on Rumble or on YouTube yet. I might do it on what I've been trying to do as of late is have my stream on Sunday night and then another one on Monday morning when I wake
mm,
up. I think it's a good combo. It allows people who couldn't see me on Sunday morning to see me Sunday night. So it's basically a Sunday with Jinja.
mm,
Um, so I'm going to probably, you know what, I'll probably do it on Rumble.
yeah.
Um, And if you would like to support me on Rumble, Rumble's automatically monetized. So if you want to throw a shameless plug here, but if you want to throw me a tip over there, you can support me monetarily as well as emotionally. just a little idea, a shameless
Yeah.
plug. But I am trying to do this as a living, and Rumble offers that option. So whereas YouTube, you have to have the whole 1,000 hours and the 4,000 hours and the 1,000 subscribers, which taking my time getting there. But yeah, so I'll just end up doing it on Rumble tomorrow. I'll just go ahead and call it here, Rumble tomorrow. So if you want to see the continuation of the Wonder Woman pick, check me out on Rumble tomorrow. I'm gonna shoot for 10 o'clock my time, which will be 10 a.m. 8 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know what
Yeah.
time that is. Your neck of the woods.
Yeah, that'll be 4 p.m. 4 p.m. at 4
Okay, okay.
p.m. at Pacific.
All right, that's cool. Yeah. Okay, cool then. Here's a little close up of what's going on here. There we go. With her. I really like this this bracelet right here.
Yeah.
Boobs. And I'm gonna work a lot more with her hair and everything. And I like what's this area is turning out really nice, I think. Yeah. So, and by tomorrow morning, a lot of this will be tacky,
Mhm.
so it'll be easy to paint on top of. Where it's a bit right now, it's just working wet into wet. It's a completely impasto painting, which it
Mhm.
has cool effects to it. But once it dries a bit, I'll be able to smooth things. I don't want to go too smooth though. I like to have that kind of feeling of a bit of not messiness, but it has movement to it if it's not blended too much. So a lot of people would just say, "Oh, just stop right here and don't do anything else to it," which would probably be in my best interest. But I will manage to. Oh shit! I've got red paint all over me. I don't know how I did that.
You
I
got
just
red
looked
on
down.
you.
I've got red paint all over my jeans. Oh
That
well.
reminds me of Shaun
Oh
of
well.
the
That's what it is.
Dead. That reminds me of Shaun of the Dead. You got red on you.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody, thanks out there for coming out and check the show. Bandito, if you want to do a little outro here
Oh, okay.
for yourself, a little bit of plug. Let me
Okay.
get up
Hey,
there.
this is Bandito Bane, the well-rounded nerd, the Spider-Man superfan, and the Warhammer noob. You can find me. You can find my. You can find me on YouTube at Bandito Bane. You can also do unboxings. I'm gonna start doing some reviews on Warhammer novels and hopefully some Spider-Man comics that I loved in the past, and also some unboxings of Warhammer stuff. Also, I also have I'm also you can also find me on Twitter. You could also find me at Bandito Bane, Facebook, and don't kill me for this, but I got a Tumblr, and that's at
I like
Bandito
the
Bane.
kind that you put coffee in.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. But I'm also on Instagram too, so look me up on Bandito Bane, and I'm also writing a comic book. So if you guys want to help me out, maybe throw some ideas, help me make my dream come true. Um, look me up, help email me at bombermanefx@gmail.com.
There we go. Awesome, dude. And thanks again for showing up tonight. And because we had
Always,
a very
always
uh
a light cast.
yeah,
Yeah.
light cast tonight. But yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, everybody, thank you again for coming out tonight. Yeah, again, the panel was a little bit light tonight, but just circumstances. It's fine though. We held it together. We did our best, and I think I had a great time. The painting came along pretty. Yeah, I think I got a lot achieved with it. Thanks to you guys in the chat, and for you, Bandito, for and Wakizashi and Sully also coming on for just talking to you guys, shooting the shit. Just makes the painting go along so much smoother. It's funny, like you start working on something and you look up and it's just like, wow, I don't remember doing this. But yeah, here's what the painting looks like so far. There we go. That's it. And I'm going to work into this tomorrow morning on Rumble. So check me out tomorrow on Rumble. Yeah, you all have and as far as things in the future are concerned, tomorrow Rumble, 10 o'clock Japan Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're just getting more preparations done for Osaka Comic Con coming up May 5th through May 7th. I'm also looking into having some more guests on the show. So if you're interested in hopping on here, throw me a DM. We can sort something out and have you on the show. I'll also try to get out to some other artists, do some dual artist stream as well. And if you want to check out Avatar, a piece I did for Lady Balefire, check her out on Twitter, Lady Balefire. She just took some photo of the piece I did for her. Have a look at it, give it a like, a comment if you don't mind. She's trying her best to work in the YouTube world out there, and she's been on several shows. She's a good lady. Thank you again, Mrs. Flew. It was her decision or her choice of subject matter for today. I hope you like what you saw, and hopefully we'll be able to finish this tomorrow, have a done piece, and have it up at Comic-Con. Other than that, yeah, just going to keep pushing the work here and trying to have a pardon me, have a nice good old selection of work for people to choose from whenever Osaka comes rolling around. But again, thank you everybody. 3 hours gone by just like that, flashed by. Oh, also, I'm going to be printing this Joker piece before I go to bed tonight because I want to get that before the ink dries. So look out on Twitter and Instagram for pictures of the Batman piece I did today and the Joker piece. Yeah, we'll just keep you updated on the Wonder Woman as well. So with that in mind, everybody have a great end of your weekend, and hope to see you tomorrow. And take care. Sayonara.
Right.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Take care.